daddy. Hey yo, what's up my guys, gals and non-binary pals? It's me, your bish, and you all know what we're doing today? More Dream Daddy. Oh yeah, baby. Today we are going after the wonderful gothic Damien. Very nice. You guys can't see him, he's behind my face, but Matt's over here, and I love you, Matt, so much, forever and always, my number one daddy, okay? I am going to wait to go into the game, though, until the others come along so I can tell them to fuck off. Because there are some daddies that we fucking hate now, by the way. Also, I've forgotten what most of their voices are, so hope you're ready for them to all change again. Ayy! I need to not slouch, or else I'm not in. I purposefully framed it so if I slouch even a little bit, I'm not quite in frame properly. It's to try and stop me from slouching. My spine is not going to be very happy about that, though. I mean, it will in the long run, but for right now, my spine is like, how fucking dare you? You absolute poop. Do you know what you've done to me? Disgusting. Also, Matt's coming back. Hey, Matt. I love him. I love him. None of you can judge me. He likes cats. He makes banana bread and shit. Wow. Perfect. Also, yes, I have wine again. What of it? Don't judge how big this glass is. You don't know its dimensions properly. Have I already been drinking it? You'll never know. Insert disclaimer here about drinking responsibly and looking after yourself. Be of legal drinking age. Blah, 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 blah. I am 26. Listen, I can have a little tipple if I want to. Also, fuck you and fuck you. And Matt, love you, baby. No, he's not the baby. He's the daddy. I'm the baby. Oh, you ever worry that you just like expose yourself too much online? Yeah. But anyway, hello, what is up my guys, gals and non-binary pals? I hope you're doing okay. I hope you're doing alright. I'm going to be here probably for like the next 3 hours playing this game. Because, yes, let me just adjust this audio a teeny little bit. There we go. That looks a bit better. See a bit more of that. Woo! Yes, I hope people are doing okay. And if not, listen. Pretend the real world doesn't exist for a couple hours. And just date some daddies. So I'm going to. So we want to go back to before we had our third date with Craig. Dad book. This is what we want. Who's gonna be? Who's it gonna be?
Welcome. You've got dads.
So. Oh no, wait a minute. Actually, what we wanted to do, we didn't want to go back to here. The way we've been loading it is we've been going back to the first dad book. Because essentially that then saves the fact that you've had the other dates. Yeah, we're going back to here. We're going back to our first dad book. Because otherwise I also had loads of shit from Craig down the side. Fuck you! Piss off. Dad book. What's up? Brother, listen. This is you from the past. Whoa, how'd this happen? I figure you're trying to reply to this because I know myself. But this is an automated message from you earlier, this morning. Which is when it was socially unacceptable to go out and buy ice cream. It's never acceptable to buy some ice cream, in my opinion. I forgot I did that. Wait, I forgot how I did that as well. The future is amazing. Listen, life is short and ice cream should always be acceptable. But unfortunately, this isn't the society we live in. Wow, bringing out the society things as well. I mean, Baba be right. And it's less the society we live in and more me protecting my own anxiety. But being judged by others. Oh, yeah, I feel that. Wow, I am Baba. I'm not cool enough to be Baba. I feel like my chair is dropping slightly because I didn't slouch that much. Sad, hello, how are you? I hope you are doing well, my dear. Well done for that first redemption. You are indeed first. Nice work. We're playing more Dream Daddy today. Also, as ever, I promise I am wearing clothes. I'm not just naked. You're with Opal. Can you tell Opal that I love him? And give him all the cuddles. Yeah, this isn't actually that interesting. It's essentially telling me I should go buy ice cream. Today, as requested, we're getting a goth daddy. Which means we are messaging Damien. Matt, I love you to hell and back. You like cats. You just... Yes. Just go and adopt it. I love you. I love you so much. You're the best. You are a fucking twat just because your kid lost their shitty toy and you are a lying, cheating bastard. Anyway, today we're going to flirt with Damien. So, Damien, I believe, was a very posh voice. I think he was more posh than Hugo. Hugo was like stereotypical English, Damien was like a Victorian English. So, how do you do? I have finally decided to join this information superhighway. I'm not entirely sure how it works, but I will try my best to understand. I love long strolls through graveyards and spending time with my son, who likes to sell oregano instead of marijuana. If you would ever like to chat about the latest in Victorian fashion, the inevitability of our own demise, or black cats, please say... He also likes cats, wow. I swear to God, so far, we're batting 1-2. If this goes badly, your cat is just purring and cuddling. Oh boy. The cutest. I swear, he was making biscuit. Cat, listen, I don't give a shit what any person says. Cats are the best, and anyone who's like, dogs are better, cats are shit. Clearly insane, quite frankly. But as I was saying, if this goes badly, I don't know if I can handle that much rejection. Also, I forgot that I'm wearing like little spot patches everywhere because I'm breaking out. It's great fun. Who doesn't love bleeding from your uterus? It's great fun. Anyway, please send me a letter. On a Friday night, you are most likely to listen to true crime podcasts while I taxidermy my newest specimens. Okay, taxidermy's a bit weird. You love black cats, you are too, Opal and Onyx. Oh. I do also love black cats. I think they are lovely, and I don't get why people don't like them so much. What the fuck is wrong with them? One thing that must be said is apparently loads of animal shelters saw an increase in people wanting black cats after Black Panther came out. Because lots of people didn't like them before because they're very superstitious, and lots of people still to this day think that cats are actually bad luck. It's a fucking cat. Also, I don't have a cat and my life is bad enough. I don't know how they could make it worse. Periods are the worst. I'm nearing the end of mine, luckily, so I'm less in the constant agony. So it's still very painful. I popped some paracetamol just before this stream, but I'm not repeatedly throwing up in a day, maybe just like once or twice, which I suppose is repeatedly, but maybe just like once, sometimes. Black cats have the most personality. I can believe it. The only cat that I've ever had, his name was Tippy. He lived to be 21 years old. He was black with like gold stripes. He was lovely. Anyway, if you had to take one thing onto a desert island, what would it be? A coffin. Of course it would be. What are your turn-ons? Pronouncing bosom correctly. I do have a lot of bosom, to be fair. Cats will always improve your mental state. I agree wholeheartedly. They are like the most supportive, caring animals. If anyone disagrees, they're just wrong. What did you want to be when you grew up? A bat. What is your favourite movie genre? Foreign art house horror. I can agree with the last sentence. I like horror. Those are the cuddliest in your experience. I think it depends on like trust levels. This is one of the things. I think people don't like cats because unlike dogs will immediately just be like, hey, you're a person. I'm going to love you. Whereas cats are like other humans. You have to earn their trust. And yeah, if you knew them as a kitten, they're more likely to trust you. But like, if you just go round to someone's house who just randomly has a cat, they are not immediately going to run up to you like a dog would. They will be like, you're a new person. Who are you? Are you chill? It's that you actually have to put in some form of work and effort to show that you care about them before they show you undying love and affection. Also, if you are just a weird grabby child like I was to my cat, he liked me, but he also knew that if I reached out to him, I was probably going to try and give him a cuddle that was a bit too tight, and he was like, no. Which is fair enough. My parents should have told me more not to, should have been like, you can't be too rough with the cat. I mean, I wasn't rough with the cat. I don't want you guys thinking I hurt my cat. I didn't hurt my cat. I loved him. My God, he was my best friend. You've had like 5 different cats over the years, and once you earn their trust, they are very like, exactly. Like, essentially, I just realised if I stopped trying to give him cuddles, he'd just come and like sit on me, and that was great. And then I'd stroke him instead. It's like, going, hey, these are his boundaries. Okay, cool, respect him. What's your ideal date? It's night. We are at an industrial dark wave club in Berlin. The music drums to the beat of our hearts. I would not have expected you to want to take me to a club in Berlin, honestly, Damien. But you know what? Fucking here for it. What can you never leave home without? An upside down cross. Very nice. Love the style. I spend a lot of time thinking about mortality salience. Yeah, me too. More often than not, other cats, even if it's my first time meeting them, they're usually really cuddly. Yeah. I feel like when you're like a cat person, you give off a vibe of, hey, I respect you, to cats, so much so that they're like, I like this person. I trust him. And I'm like, thank you. Right, we're going to message Damien Bloodmarch. Use your hips when throwing. I've got a lot of hips, so. Damien seemed really interesting. A little odd, but interesting. Skylar, hello. How are you, my dear? I hope okay. I hope you're feeling alright. And if not, listen, let's flirt with a goth dad. Let's. I'm having wine. You don't have to drink. Please, as I mentioned before, but I don't know if anyone was here. Please drink responsibly. Don't drink unless you're of the legal age. Blah, 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 blah. I am a 26-year-old adult who knows my limits. And I want some wine. Just saying. That's because you need to approach them with the idea that it's their choice. Yeah, exactly. But hello, peoples. I hope peoples are doing okay. Happy Sunday. I don't know if where you are you've got the bank holiday tomorrow, but I have a bank holiday tomorrow, which means I don't have to work. It also means that our stream might be a bit earlier tomorrow. Who knows? I haven't decided yet. I think I should hang out with him and get to know him a little better. I navigate to Damien's dad book page and type out a message. You don't control the cat. The cat controls you. Honestly, a truer phrase has never been spoken. Damien. Hey dude, you seem cool. We should hang out sometime. I sit there for a minute before I see that Damien's typing. He's typing back. But then he keeps typing. And typing. Man, is this guy writing a novel? I leave the computer to make some coffee. I also said lovel, not novel there, but it's fine. Shh, no one saw anything. Bank holiday means I might have a day out with the family. Oh, yay! I hope you have a nice time if you do. Listen, the bank holiday means it's your day to relax and do things for you. You put your feet up, boo, or you go out and have a nice time. What you want to do it. I mean, as long as it's not illegal and shit. Yada yada, usual exclamations. That's not what they're called. I've forgotten the word, but you know what I mean. And he's still typing. I sip my coffee and the computer finally dings. Baba, I must confess my excitement to be receiving your kind letter. For, as you see, I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I think I made Damien quite a... I think in my head of it as like a slight Victorian, wafty, over-the-top air, whereas I made Hugo a much more deeper English voice, I believe. Hugo was more refined, whereas Damien was a classic man. Those sounded the same probably to you, but to me they sound different. Your stream dad is irritable because they got like 0 sleep, and now there's an event happening outside where they live, and people are ringing bells, right? Oh no! My brain has learned from my IRL dad that masculine presenting people when angry equals dangerous, so your brain is like must avoid, even though Chance would literally rather eat a bowl of razor blades than do anything to hurt you in any way. Yeah, I completely get that. It's similar in many ways that I have with my father, the lovely chap that he is. Yeah, it's weird how no matter how much you know someone and you know that they are kind and supportive, that your sort of ingrained protection system essentially is like, I don't like this situation. I don't think at all that Chance would be upset with you for needing to take your own time to sort of go, wait a minute, I need to think through this and process this. But also maybe they'll just have a nap in that time. He might just be like, oh, I'll take a little nap, you know? I love how your cat just looks at you like a portal to another dimension. They are different, don't worry. Yeah. I would definitely say that. I think from everything I've heard, they're lovely. Chance, I mean, kind, supportive. But at the same time, it can be hard to unteach lessons that you have been taught over the past 20 years of your life. And I'm sure that as a very supportive stream dad that they would also understand that and fully respect that. You find if someone is angry, try to distance yourself before they start throwing things. Yeah, mine's usually try to distance yourself before you're hurled verbal abuse more than physical. That being said, my dad, let's not get into that. But yeah, the number of people who will throw out things that my brain to this day still mentions things that my dad or mum have said while in arguments, and will still, like, especially when I am low, try and batter and belittle me with them. And it's a hard thing to unlearn, and it's the thing of like, oh, people just said it when they were angry, but my brain also goes, yeah, but isn't that a bit like when you're drunk and you say things that you really mean, but you lose your inhibition? I don't know. Your mum hates cats! Your mum has no soul. Just letting you know. Oh my god. I hope you are no longer in a situation where you are having things, physical or verbal, honestly, thrown at you. Physical especially. I love you. Please look after yourself and do what you can to look after. I know especially when you are younger, as I believe you're under 18 and stuff, it can be very hard. And you are sort of stuck in a position where you don't feel safe. I'd say especially if someone is very much being dangerous towards you, tell someone, please. I know it's easier said than done, but I love you. Your well-being means a shit ton to me, and your safety especially. Like, I love you, and I hope that, yeah. I was going to say, I was like, I'm pretty sure from everything you said, it's probably your dad who's doing that stuff, and he has distanced himself, which I think is a very good thing. But just in case it was still ongoing, just wanted to say, I love you, look after yourself. I'm here if I can ever do anything. I don't know what I can do, but I'm here. And I'm now going to finish reading what Damien said. Duke can only visit on the weekends. Honestly, just don't answer the door if he comes around. I've literally decided that if my dad, like, comes around and says he's here, just not answering the fucking door. What's he gonna do? But again, I know that's easier said than done, and I do have the quite useful thing of being a fully grown adult who can just flip the bird and tell him to get off my land. It's not my land, but you know what I mean. I'm going to finish what Damien said. I do find myself available to enjoy your company. I must ask for your forgiveness, however, as I believe our first meeting did not paint me in as gentlemanly manner as I would have liked. You refuse to see him without another adult present. Yeah, that is a very good idea. Doing the things that you can to ensure that you are in a safe environment or with another adult who can keep you safe, or in a public place where hopefully someone would interject if something like that happened. I'd just say avoid him like the plague, but again, privileged position to be able to even say that. I know that many people cannot. I would be highly flattered to join your companionship, to enjoy your companionship at my residence for an afternoon tea and a stroll around my garden, should it please you. Till then, adieu. Yours, humbled, D. Bloodmarch. Hey, Amanda! Can you help me with something?
Aww.
Dad, for the last time, I'm not popping your back pimples. Yeah, my dad used to make me do that. It was fucking disgusting. No. Can you interpret this for me? I turn the computer on Amanda and she squints at Damien's message. I don't understand NetSpeak. Like, is this how you kids communicate with each other nowadays? Oh yeah, totally. This is the hot new thing, Dad. See, kids got over saying lol and lamau or whatever and decided that they needed to bring it back to the 1800s. How did Baba not understand that? If anything, that was more easy to understand than, like, youth speak nowadays, where people are like... I don't know, I'm fortunately at the age where I can still mostly understand things. Although Cap did take me a while. Because at first I just thought they were referencing Captain America. When your mum is angry, she goes full northern. Her accent just goes stronger and she always leaves the room. I suppose in a good way it's quite good that she recognises that maybe she is going to say things that she doesn't necessarily mean and she'd rather distance herself and be able to calm down and have a rational discussion. If that's why she's leaving the room. Unless it's just that she gets angry and waits for you to come and apologise, in which case, what the fuck. My mum will stay in the room and just shout mean things. Better than my dad, though, so... So what do? Where's your pen and quill? What? Did you forget to unpack the pen and quill? How will we address the nobleman in regards to your upcoming debutante ball? Okay, now I know you're messing with me. Father, without a proper chaperone, you'll never end up with a super worthy of our land. Suitor, that's what I meant to say. Or a dowry. Or... So you read Pride and Prejudice for school one time, and now you're reciting things you know about it back to me, aren't you? Like, the first 5 pages, then I read a review of the movie. Still gotta be, though. Great. So what do I say to Damien? I got this. Amanda reaches over me and types on the keyboard. Oh, God. Sure thing, dude. Regards. Baba. Yeah. Amanda hits send and smiles at me. Well, I suppose that's that. Look at his house. It's the house of my dreams. I make the short wart over to Damien. Short wart? I've only had like 3 sips of this. Now 4. But oh well. I make the short walk over to Damien's house. Well, I guess you can't really call it a house. More of a manor? Estate? The Gothic architecture looms above the other homes in the cul-de-sac. I walk past a couple of gargoyles guarding the front door and look around for a doorbell. There doesn't seem to be one. I pull the large, ornately carved bat's head door knocker back. That doesn't look like a bat head from here, but oh well. We still love it. And a hollow sound echoes throughout the house as I strike against the door. As ever, my dyslexia will run rampant in these streams, so I have to read a lot. Sorry and love you. It's usually not me she's angry, actually, so people don't get the blame when they don't deserve it. Fair enough. Yeah, she doesn't want to, like, say something. That often happens as well. It's just my mum is angry at my dad, usually about something to do with the divorce, and ends up shouting at us. And she'll apologise and say she didn't mean it, and it's like, yeah, well, you still said a lot of shit, okay? But yeah, I think it's very good that your mum can recognise when her anger is towards someone else that she doesn't want to direct that at you by accident. I wait several moments before the door slowly creaks open. It's a little creepy, but I enter the home and take a few steps into the foyer, noting the oil portraits of who I assume are dead relatives hanging on the wall. That looks a bit like Damien. As I'm admiring them, the front door slams shut behind me. Hello? Silence. An oil lamp in the corner flickers dimly, casting an ominous shadow against the wall. Why do I feel like all the people in these paintings are staring straight at me? Why is it so cold in here? Where's Damien? Those aren't oil lamps. There's a lamp there. It's just a lamp. Self-care bundle. Thank you very much, Sad. I shall do a stretch. You can afford it now. Very nice. Ooh. Everyone, remember to look after yourself. If you haven't taken your meds yet, remember to take them. Have a little sip of fluid if you can. I get it. Times are tough. Sometimes the only thing you can drink is the thing that's closest to you. But you do it. Get self-care bundled. I mean, I think it's great that you made the suggestion. You were like, yeah, these three things are what I consider the self-care. And I'm like, I'm making a bundle for it. I really hope Chance finds the time to have a rest today. Their roommate has been rather inconsiderate of late and hasn't been... That's not great. I'm very sorry that their roommate has been essentially a twat, and a loud one at that. Yeah, I hope that they can look after themselves and do a self-care bundle. Chance doesn't want to... Yeah. I've had that a lot when I was at uni. I didn't want to have to deal with the confrontation of things, so I just put up with it. And also, this music, I don't know how much this music... I'm going to turn up the music a bit. Is very slightly ominous, Damien. What's going on in this house? Your cat's cuddly again? Best news. Be right back. Don't you worry, Skylar. I love you very much. Okay. Baba, pleasure to have you in my home. I look up and see Damien standing at the top of a majestic staircase with a walking candle holder. What's with the door slamming shut? Oh, sorry. There was a draft. And the door creaking open when I knocked. I accidentally left the door unlocked. And the creepy oil paintings. I like oil paintings. He just hugs your arm. Oh, that is very cute. One of our former dogs, Miss Dottie, she would love to use someone's belly as a pillow. If you had a big belly, which I do, she loved it. You sat anywhere, she'd be on there and just be putting her head on your belly. It was the cutest thing in the world. Right. Right. Please, let me show you around. Okay. Damien leads me around his house, showcasing his parlour, sitting room, auxiliary sitting room, and the parlour again for some reason. This is one of the older homes on the block, yes, but nowhere near as old as the architect might suggest. Through extensive renovations, I've been able to craft a residence that is both historically accurate to the Victorian period and equipped with the amenities of any modern essential dwelling. Any modern dwelling. Modern dwelling. I can read. Yes, I can. We walk past a door covered in bumper stickers, caution tape, and a Black Parade poster. We're now with a young boy, my father, to see how much better. Sorry, I saw the words Black Parade and my little emo goth soul sang out. I literally still listen to My Chemical Romance like daily. Yes. I have to. Did they listen to My Chemical Romance in the Victorian era? That's my son's room. You know how the rebellious teenage years are. Onward, there's more to see. We reach a door at the end of the hall that Damien opens with a flourish. And this is the library. Sunlight streams in from floor-to-ceiling arched windows. The walls are lined with packed bookshelves, and even more books are scattered over the period-appropriate furniture. Damien is clearly really proud of this room. He looks like a confused pom-pom. That sounds fucking adorable. Opal just, oh my god, stealing my heart right now. Also, I've suddenly realised that, like, Black Parade came out in, like, 2007? Like, 15 years ago, maybe? That's made me feel so old thinking about it. But also, the fact that some of y'all might have only been, like, 5 or something when it came out. So you might have no idea. I mean, probably you've heard it since then because emo anthems, but, like... Mate, I remember the album release and everything. Damien is clearly very proud of this room, understandably. Look out the window, look at the butterflies, pick up a book. Look at the butterflies! I walk up to the glass display of pinned bugs on the wall. It's pretty impressive. Nice bugs. I pinned them all myself. Maybe I could show you sometime. Handling dead animals? Yeah, okay. I am concerned I would stick the pin right through my finger. The pinner's gambit. Is that a thing? No. Pick up a book. You know, Baba, in the Victorian era there were somewhat controversy surrounding reading. Many people thought in the more tawdry novels would encourage youths to live a life of crime and would cause too much distraction from work and school. You remember listening to it? Yeah. I'm not that old. I pull out a book at random and examine the worn cover. Opening it, I turn to a random page and read aloud. Naruto struggled against the chains that Sasuke had bound him with. Shirtless and out of breath, he looked up at Sasuke. Sasuke sighed, unbuckling his ninja belt. Okay, I think that's enough. Listen, Damien, nothing wrong with some fanfic. I'm not gonna judge. Damien snaps the book shut and puts it back on the shelf. Damn, Cheryl Dyson, who? That is such a fucking niche reference, and I highly doubt anyone's gonna get it. And if you also do get it, you are gonna know too much about me. That's a rare book from my private collection. I mean, you look like 20, so you probably aren't that old. Thank you, I am 26. It was my birthday week and a half ago-ish? 20th. Yeah, like a week and a half ago. My sister is like 29 and looks younger than me. I don't know how she does it. But like, cool, I guess. I don't really mind. Also, my eldest sister is 31 and literally could be 25. You know what they say, black don't crack. Look out the window. I walk to the window and I'm greeted by a beautiful view of Damien's backyard. Showcases a beautiful view of the rest of the cul-de-sac. Hey, I can see Craig on his lawn. He's doing push-ups with his daughters on his back. No, I'm not that old. It's just wild that I can think of something that was over 15 years old and have such clear memories. Because you know when you're like 16 and thinking of something 15 years before, you were 1. So you don't remember anything really. Or even when you're like 18, you were 3, it's fuzzy. And now I'm like, no, I remember everything very detailed. But yeah, no, I'm not that old. Damn. He sees me and waves happily. Fuck you, Craig. Get fucked. But not by me. Cause you wanna know what? Baba don't need that. Baba is far too classy for you to get a piece of. I'm into Victorian goths and hipster dads who own cafes. Just saying. Don't push ups with one hand now. Damn!
Oh.
Did you know that Victorians spent at least 20 hours a week stargazing, gazing longingly out of full-length windows? Wait, really?
Oh.
No, but Victorians did appreciate telling a good joke. People seem to think that I'm like 3 to 4 older than you are, and you don't know why. When I first met one of my colleagues, at the time I was like 21, 22, they thought I was 30. Purely because apparently I was too mature to be so young. Gotta love trauma, right? No, but genuinely, I think, you know, Especially nowadays, social media for one has given us such a warped idea of people's ages, and it's really hard to tell. And especially in mainstream media, no matter how old you are, you're meant to look younger. Like, let's consider the fact that Spider-Man's aunt in the new Spider-Man films, when she got the part in the first place, was older than one of the people who acted on Golden Girls. Golden Girls, who was meant to be about, you know, like, old retired women who were all, like, 60 plus. And it was just that one of the actresses turned out to be, like, 55 or something. She was older than that, but looked half the fucking age. Being able to tell someone's age from their looks is now almost impossible, in my opinion. And it's more you tell it based on someone's personality. And some people are just more mature. She says, playing a game called Dream Daddy, a dad dating simulator. Yeah, I think if my colleague had seen this, they wouldn't have thought that I was 30, but you know, it's fine. Yes, trauma. I'm an adult now because... Mate, I was essentially an adult by 9. It was great. I'll stop making dark jokes, I'm very sorry. Please, will you join me for tea? I prefer wine, but yes, I will drink tea. I follow Damien to his sitting room, where finger foods have already been set out upon a beautiful, tiered silver tray. I take a seat on one of the high-backed chairs. This is a sofa, but cool, as Damien pours and serves me some tea. Also, that looks gold. I can't believe we're having high tea. I never thought I'd get to do this. Damien smiles to himself. What?
Oh.
It's a common misconception that high tea refers to the wealth or class of the people enjoying it, when in fact the high refers both to both the later time of the day that the working class had to enjoy tea and the height of the tables at which they're served. I knew the bit about the day, because it's like the height of the sun in the sky was actually why it was traditionally called high tea, I believe, but didn't know the bit about tables. Very nice. Oh, my dear friend, we are currently enjoying afternoon tea. That's informative. Damien takes a seat next to me and serves me a tiny sandwich. That doesn't look tiny, that looks pretty big. Unless that's a cake. Oh, that's a cake, that's a sandwich. Because that's like a little cherry. What fucking cake has green icing? I'm not going to question it. Your home is really impressive. Are there a lot of goths? I like your cape. Save. Quite honestly, I want to go. I like your cape. It's a cloak, actually, but thank you. Victorian fashion is very important to me. Because yes, after 2 failed dates, or 2 failed daddies in our past streams of this, I will be safe scumming it. I do not give a shit. I cannot face rejection again. Side note, me and a friend of mine are both autistic, and talk about what foods we don't like. Fair enough. I don't like a lot of foods, to be fair. I do my best to get over it and eat them anyway, but some textures... Listen, my sisters love chia seed bowls. It's like snot in my mouth. I don't... And celery makes my tongue tingle, which I think might mean that I'm allergic to raw celery. Tomatoes... Just... No. I could go on for a while, but I'll stop. You pull it off quite well. Oh, thank you. Regardless of my historical leanings, it's very important to me to present myself well. It's taken a long time to come up with a style that's both true to form and representative of myself. But I'm very happy with how I dress. I'm glad you are, Damien. I'm trying to dress in things that I like rather than random shit, but you know. I'm back. Chance was watching another streamer, so you went to say hi, because exposure therapy. You want to learn to be around masculine presenting people when they're angry without being super scared. They got excited to see you. Oh, I'm so glad they got excited to see you. Also, yeah, I don't like food touching that much. I like little gaps. And when people are like, oh, just put it all to... No. I want it... And then I can pick what amounts I... Yeah. God, you despise tomatoes? Good to know you've got good taste. I do get some strange looks, yes, but it's something that brings me a great deal of joy, so I don't mind. To be able to wake up in the morning, pick from my closet a variety of cloaks, waistcoats, top hats, and even binders that are period appropriate feels amazing. You wear top hats? You don't? So what got you interested in goth stuff?
Oh.
Well, when I was a young boy, my father... Did he take you into the city? Sorry? Did you guys see a marching band? I'm afraid I don't understand. When I was a young boy, my father took me into the city to see a marching band. If I sing that for too long, I will start crying. So get some food. You enjoy that munch. Sad. Mwah, mwah. You're serious? Of course. But it's, you know, the song. Amanda made me listen to it. Seriously? I'd love to see a marching band. Nevertheless, I've always had a love for art, history, and fashion. What started off as a small hobby of collecting taxidermied animals grew into sort of an obsession. It's a privilege to be able to appreciate the lives and cultures of those who came before us, I think. Why not go all the way? I like not dying when I catch a cold. That is very fair. He takes a sip of tea.
Oh.
I can acknowledge that there were many very terrible things about the Victorian era, and I try to live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals. Oh, and to try and live a life that strictly aligns with those ideals would be, admittedly, horrid. Abso-fucking-lutely. But I think it takes a critical mind to truly appreciate something to the fullest. To be cognizant of its flaws and love it all the same. I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to say a lot of words, so you made a clip. I'm glad. Literally, I've already sung that once before. I'm probably just gonna have to, after this playthrough, go through and get all of the MCR references that I make throughout this. Tell me, Baba, do you have any hobbies? Oh man, I do, but I don't know if I care about anything the way you care about this stuff. Well, I'd love to hear about your interests. Hearing someone talk about the things they're passionate about is intriguing. Quite honestly, rather attractive. I agree so fucking much. Like, hearing someone talk about something that they really enjoy and they love is so interesting to me. And it doesn't matter if I don't know what it is or I don't like it the same way. I find it so interesting. And also, quote function is the best. And also, yeah, I just always find people really hot whenever they talk about stuff they like. I don't know. Also, someone wanting to share something like that with me? Oh my god, you care about me that much? I know they don't actually care about me that much. Listen, it's fine. So I was gonna say, at one point we are gonna be doing a Brian run, so what I might do is go back to where that fight was and fucking beat him, and then also try and date him afterwards. Who would have thought that we'd prefer Brian over, like, Craig and Joseph? The future is wild. Please, do tell me about your hobbies. Quick, sound sophisticated. Soap making, love me some word troubles, I learned how to juggle once. Let's do soap making. Soap is an important advancement in modern society. Getting rid of germs and stuff. I would say that people who make soap are the true heroes here. To watch them work is an honour. Oh god, he looks upset. I tried making some with Amanda once and we both had to give it to the doctors, the rashes. Which I guess goes to show that we should leave it to the professionals. We finished our tea and sandwiches. Oh god, I didn't get a burst of any form, but I also didn't get the black circle, so we're gonna say it's fine. Like, even if it's not interesting to me, I want to hear people info dump about other stuff. One time you got someone to info dump about the history of tanks in your chat. That does sound great. That, again, it's these things that are really interesting. And also, I think it's amazing to see how many people have such, like, wide varieties of interests. I like Brian. He reminds you of your uncle. That's good. He was just a bit insulting to our daughter, which is why I sort of didn't like him that much. But also now compared to the other ones who will just fucking chuck me. Yeah, sure, he sounds great. What was I saying? Yeah, I find it really interesting, and also to see just like what a wide variety of knowledge everyone has, and how everyone has like this one thing that they actually know so much about that you'd never expect and didn't know about, and that they just have like this bank of knowledge about it, and I'm like, wow, you're very impressive. That being said, I genuinely don't know how much knowledge I have about anything, really. I have very base level knowledge about not even that much stuff. Mate, David Tennant era Doctor Who lore, got you covered. Anything else? Holy shit. This is fucking beautiful. Damien takes me around the back of his home, where a variety of flowers flourish in a beautifully landscaped rows. A small stone path weaves through it, and butterflies flit lazily through the air. My garden. It's beautiful. Thank you. Victorians took flowers and floral arrangements very seriously. Oh yeah, every flower had like a different meaning behind it. It's one of the, like, most people don't really pay much attention to that anymore, but like roses still usually mean love, and lilies often mean like sorry for your loss and stuff, but Victorians, every single fucking flower had a thing that it meant. And like if you sent someone a bouquet, you could like read the flowers to tell what the bouquet was trying to say to you. Which now I'm just like, those are pretty. Imagine I tried to translate one that someone sent me now, and I was like, you said you fucking hate me, you want me out of your life, how dare you? You see, it was considered uncouth to discuss personal and romantic relationships in public, so lovers and friends alike would use bouquets to send secret messages to each other. Each flower and plant is symbolic of different feelings. Like I said, yeah, never ask me about science, I will info dump to an 9 degree. It's a bit like me when I was at university and I did maths. They'd ask a simple question and then they'd regret it. Google's hard to say. Who knows, maybe Damien will give us the tips. Also, if you find out, do it. Bold of you to assume I can be annoyed by anyone but your brother. You ever seen something about Horrible Histories? Horrible Histories was a great show. Ugh. My god. And also, I did have crushes on most of the cast. This is the thing that I've said before. I'm like, listen. Y'all ever seen a woman? Fucking goddesses. Just femme of any sort? Wow. I love you. Oh my god. And yet for some reason my brain also sees like weird, floppy haired, kind of geeky people, and I'm like, you're pretty great. Why? Is it Matthew Lillard? Is that his name? The guy who was also in The Wrong Mans and stuff. I fucking love him. Anyway. Even more interesting is that one flower could mean different things depending upon the other plants it was paired with. One had to be extremely careful, as even the style in which the ribbon was tied around the bouquet affected the message. Damien leans down and plucks a gorgeous bright orange flower off a vine. Lilium bulbiferium. The orange lily. What do you think this one means? Aaliyah be like, I like women and David Tennant. Yeah, pretty much. So you're not fucking wrong. Everyone think they know the story of Dick Turpin's Highway Glory, but the truth is much more gory, or so it's told. I became a highwayman through daylight robbery. Skylar, you're probably not going to know what the fuck we're on about, but it's a Horrible Histories reference. So, do I think this orange flower means that my loins are ablaze, thou art the tightest, or 3 cheers for sweet revenge? That is another My Chemical Romance reference. It's not going to be that, but I want to go with that. If I go for like my loins are ablaze or thou art the tightest, will he be like, oh, flirting with me? Whereas if I go for 3 cheers for sweet revenge, he might just be like, what the fuck? You've watched like 1 episode of Horrible Histories, but I forgot about it. Listen, in the UK, it's fucking everywhere. When TikTok first became TikTok after Musical.ly, one song that popped off on UK TikTok was the fucking Charles II. No, yeah, Charles II. He was like, I'm the king who brought back partying. That went fucking viral, okay? 3 cheers for sweet revenge. Yes. The orange lily is actually the symbolic of pure hatred. Well, and that's precisely why floral arrangements are so challenging. I became a highwayman, nothing dandy about me. Love it. Love it. My name is Charles II. I love the people and the people love me so much that they restored the English monarchy. These things live rent-free in my head every fucking day, and I hope you'll have it stuck in your head too now. What's your favourite type of flower? Okay. Sunflowers, honeysuckle, snapdragons. I mean, for the names, I want to go with snapdragons, because they're cute, and you can do that thing where you squeeze them, so it looks like they're talking. What a lovely choice. I'll have to remember that when I put together a bouquet for you. You would put together a bouquet for me? No one's ever given me a bouquet before. I follow Damien down the footpath and admire more beautiful flowers. Suddenly, a phone rings. Oh, Bubba, will you excuse me? I must take this. He pulls a cell phone out of his pocket. I'm a little surprised it's not a rotary phone. Go for it.
Oh.
Damien smiles and walks back to the house. I take a deep breath and enjoy the heavily perfumed air. What a lovely garden, but sure. It makes me wish I put a little more effort into that garden Amanda and I tried to start one time. Our watermelons grew to the size of cherry tomatoes, and then it immediately died. My sister's very good at gardening. I'm not. Listen, I struggle enough to keep myself alive. Oh no, I knocked over the gargoyle! I was making a joke about how I can't keep other things alive. Always carry a pocket. Fix that garg. Start. No. What? How is that? That's the head. How is this not... This should go, like... This has to be that bit. Well, it can't be... It can't... This, would think would be higher. No. Oh, I can flip it! If I'd have realised I could flip it before, that would have made it a lot easier. S! Already is going to think I broke his gargoyle. Do to ask people about their mysterious hand tattoos. I do want hand tattoos. You remember the Monarch song? Oh my god, which one? Okay, do you mean I'm George IV, the Regent King, which means I was just standing in? Or do you mean born to rule over you? George's 4, 3, 1, and 2. There's actually a lot of Monarch songs now I think about it as well. There's the one from Queen Victoria when she was talking about sugar and shit. Sorry, I'm now just thinking about Horrible Histories tunes. Phew, that was a close one. Oh, here comes Damien. He looks upset. Baba, my sincerest apologies to have kept you waiting. There's an urgent matter that I must attend to, so I'm afraid I must take my leave. No problem, dude. Everything alright? Damien worries at the hem of his cloak with his fingers and looks away. Everything is perfectly fine, but it's Lucian. What's wrong? He appears to have... his... Oh, bonjour. His teacher needs me to come to the school post-haste. Do you need help? Oh, no, you don't have to. Let me come with you. Us dads gotta stick together. Sticking your nose in a bit, Papa. Huh. You're... Right, this is one of Lucian's more elaborate stunts. I would greatly treasure having another parent by my side. Now let's go! Damien and I walk into the school and are immediately greeted by an anxious-looking Hugo. Hey, Damien, you're here in record time. I think that's the voice I gave him. It's very deep. Well, I wouldn't miss it for the world, my dear friend. Wow, whatever it is, doesn't seem like this is Hugo and Damien's first time to the my kids are in trouble rodeo. What is it this time?
Oh.
This, Damien, you have to see to believe. William, Willie, Henry, Stephen. Oh, I do love that one where it just goes through all of the different monarchs in a row. You went to the dollar store to get art supplies and candy with your gift card, but your dad decided he was going to pay for it since he owes it. Woo! Free art supplies, baby! And you still got that gift card to spend whenever you feel like it. Love that for you. Listen, Greg can be a bit of a twat a lot of the time. But nice going there, Greg. Also, as mentioned before, I am wearing clothes. It just doesn't look like it. Soz. What's happened? Damien and I fall into step behind Hugo, who leads us through the busy corridors of the school. We pass by several classes in session, and I vaguely wonder if Amanda's around. Hugo eventually ushers us into a small boiler room with a flight of rickety stairs leading down to the darkness. King Stephen. Watch your... Oh, wait. Watch your step. I can hear faint voices drifting up from the basement, and they don't sound happy. As I'm led into the depths of the school, I recall the antics I got into as an angsty middle schooler. At least I had enough sense to stay out of creepy basements. We find another teacher in a boiler room tucked away at the back of the basement. With him are Lucian and Ernest, Hugo's son. Lucian has a bloody nose. Thanks for coming. I can't make heads or tails of this. I look around the scene of the crime and see a bunch of bricks and some masonry tools scattered around. What happened here? Ernest punched me. Lucian tried to kill me.
What?
The room falls silent. I was not trying to kill you, dumbass. I was just trying to build a brick wall around you and see what would happen. You promised me there was wine down here. You tricked me. Whoa. Wait a second, Lucian. Did you try to cask of Amontadalio, Ernest? I don't think that's the right way to pronounce it, but still. I'm neither confirming nor denying that. I turn to Damien and whisper to him. What's a cask of Amontillado? Amontillado. It's a classic Edgar Allan Poe short story where a man gets his enemy drunk, lures him down into his cellar with the promise of wine of a fine vintage, then buries him alive behind a brick wall. It's a lovely story. So wait, Lucian, you... Amontillado. Thank you, Skylar. Always looking out for me. You tried to do that to him? I was curious to see how it would turn out. I wasn't actually going to leave him there. What was the thought process here? That Ernest was just going to sit still while you slowly built a tomb around him? Well, it worked for like 20 minutes because he's an idiot, but then he realized that I had lied about the wine. And you were cackling maniacally, that sort of tipped me off. Ernest's voice changes every fucking 10 seconds, I swear to God. I can only apologise. Ernest? 20 minutes. Dad!
Whoa.
It took you 20 minutes, son. We just did an entire 2-week unit on the cask of Amontillado. I checked chat for that. And it took you 20 minutes to realize Lucian was leading you into an elaborate ruse. Did you even read the story? I read the first 5 pages, then I read a review of the movie.
Sweet Manchego.
It's only 5 pages long and there is no movie. Yeah, you're right. I paid Lucian to read it for me. Actually, he didn't even pay me. So when you think about it, this was me teaching him a lesson. Damien and Hugo both have their heads in their hands. You guys are always telling me to engage in the literature, and I did. I don't see a problem here. Alright, I'm filing this until what the hell? Don't do whatever that was again. You're both suspended for a week. Ernest and Lucian high-five. The teacher starts to stomp up the stairs. Hugo, I'll cover your class. Take your son home, Mr. Bloodmarch, you too. Oh, take your son home. Mr. Bloodmarch, you too. Also, yeah, this person's suddenly become weird Cockney type thing. Thank you for your mediation. We all head up the stairs and out of the school in tense silence. Terse? Tense? I didn't read it properly. Lucian, Damien, and I all pile into my car and begin the drive home. Lucian immediately puts his hood up and stares out the window angrily. I'm not going to therapy again. I know, son. It's entirely up to you whether or not you want to go. That's a spoiled dad right there. But I care about you and I can see that you're struggling. So if you decide that you would like to speak to a professional about your feelings, then we can do that too. What is it with all these dads being supportive and nice and shit? Just reminds me how much of a piece of shit mine is. Opal's making biscuits again? Oh, how lovely. How lovely. Maybe you can spend this next week looking for a summer job, I know how much you want your own car. I can't believe Damien's keeping his cool. I'm impressed. Fine. Thanks for not freaking out too hard. I love you, son. Lucian continues staring out the window. Love you too. Oh, he's using your leg as a pillow. Oh. I just want a cat so badly. But I also know that hydrate, I gladly fucking will. But I also know that right now my mental health is not at a stage where I can take on / look after a living being. Not even like a plant. Any plants I have are fake or dried. Actually, my wine is running low. I'm going to pour some more. Let's ignore the fact that almost half of this bottle is already gone from just so far what I've streamed. It's fine. It's fine. What? Filling the glass? What? I'm not overfilling this glass. It's fine. Dan, can he be my dad? Exactly. It's like, listen, there's a reason I'm going after a daddy. The moment we pull into the drive, it's so I can get the emotional support as well as that financial, you know what I'm saying? Lucian hops out of the car, slams the door and runs inside. I didn't expect to have that conversation in front of you. He and I have a lot we need to work out. It's alright, and all things considered, Lucian's bricklaying was pretty good, so there's your silver lining. There is that, yes. He's probably just going through a phase. I admire how you handled that. I really admire how you handled that. You were a lot more diplomatic with him than I would have been. I just want what's best for him, and I don't think yelling at him would do either of us any favours. It rarely does. You're a good dad. We got eggplants. See you around soon? It would be my honour and my pleasure. Damien bows with a flourish. Classy. Also, when I was on Steam, I saw that the ending we got for Amanda, where we were like, listen, you're great, your friend, we got the best ending possible for Amanda and her friendship issues, and I'm quite proud of that. That just by me essentially saying, I think you're a good person, and these friends don't sound like they're that great for you. Hit the nail on the head, baby! I come home to find Amanda curled up on the couch with a blanket watching TV. I plop down next to her. Yo! What you watching?
Yeah.
Tiny House Hunting Brothers, Extreme Edition. Ugh, I hate this show. The couple on screen bikers back and forth while standing in an extremely small house made out of recycled bottles. The Tiny House Hunting Brothers watch them with bemused expressions, both their heads touching the low ceiling.
I told you I wanted a two-bed, two-bath, shabby chic cottage. This house doesn't even have a bathroom. But honey, the outhouse is only 20 yards away. It's not that bad. I am not pooping outside, Greg.
I don't know what these voices are. Legit, Baba can be my dad. I know, right? I'm like, Baba, just become real, please. Listen, I've even got the hair to match you. I keep getting confused because this camera flips everything. Look, we can match, okay? Please love me. Why don't they just get a regular sized house? I don't know. How'd afternoon tea go? It got strange. We had to go to school to pick up Lucian since he tried to... He lured Ernest down to the cellar with the promise of fine vintage wine then tried to brick him into a wall, right? How did you know? Has everyone read this story except for me? Lucian live streamed the entire thing. This entire day is beyond me. Honestly, same, Baba. But otherwise, it was a fun day. That Damien guy's a character, but he's really good company. And a surprisingly diplomatic dad. I dig his style. You know what? Me too. Do it once, do it right. We went for Matt first time, we did it right. You love the fact that Amanda watched the live. Yeah, she's in school, she's doing this, that, and the other, but she's watching the live stream.
Have you
A-rank.
considered taking part in the GOTH lifestyle?
Yes, that was like my teenage years entirely. Interview with a vampire is the achievement we get for him. Love that. You look nothing like Baba, but you'll dye your hair and make a cat shirt for him from scratch. As the person who essentially is Baba, yes please, sounds great, you're officially my child, sorry. Oh wait, you wanted Baba, not me. You're Baba's child then. Please Baba, become real and become my dad. I know, right? Oh. Okay. I know we're going down the Damien route, but I have to. Hey, Baba, what are your feelings about poker? Beyond hardly knowing her. Poker, I hardly know her. Poker, I hardly know her. There it is. Well, good talk. Wait, I actually like poker. I just saw the joke and had to take the shot. Please, Matt, I'm a dad. I'm contractually obligated. No, I get that. Anyway, we've been playing a weekly poker games, and I figured I should send an invite your way. Yes, that sounds great. I love losing money. Cool, dude. See you soon. I have to see Matt. If Matt is saying, hey, can I hang out with you? I have to say yes. I love him. Oh my god, it's at fucking Joseph's house. Matt, I'm here for you, not him. Dad joke intensifies. I put on my going out coat and walk over. Across the way I spot Matt, who's walking over from his own house. He's got a case of beer on his arm. Crap, I should have brought something. Hey, man. Crap, I should have brought something. No worries, man. It's your first time. Just bring a full wallet. How long have you guys been at this for? Years, buddy. Just a nice way to keep in touch with the guys. It's never really high stakes. Sorry, I saw these two fuckers You're fine, officially. You're just there, I guess. Wagwan, my G. Fuck you. Me good? I'm alright. I'm okay. How are you? Or are we talking about Baba? Are we talking about me seeing Matt and just getting flustered? We could be talking about a variety of things. But yeah, I'm doing alright. We pass through the fence, enclosing Joseph's backyard. Craig, Brian, and Joseph hover around the patio, drinking beer and chatting. Robert sits in the corner, brooding as usual. What was his voice? Baba, glad you could make it. I think it... No, because that's a bit too much like Damien. Baba, glad you could make it. I think that was more like him.
Oh.
So am I. I'm psyched to take all your money.
Just like old times. Oh god, I tried to make him a bit southern, didn't I? But I don't know how to do a southern accent aside from going full cowboy. The face when you saw the house. That was the face when I saw Matt. It was Matt that I saw. The house was the outside of our house, I think. Although actually no, when they said we're going over to Joseph's house. I hate him. I hate him with a burning passion. How fucking Joseph die in a hole. Exactly. How fucking dare he? He's like, oh, I've left my wife. Oh, I've just proclaimed my love for you in front of the Coast Guard. Let's fuck on this boat. Actually, I'm going back to my wife now. You're not that great. I just sort of wanted to use you and then chuck you. Hope you're into it. How fucking dare he? Griggs, the resident shark.
We prefer the term person who's good at poker.
I'm well aware. Craig has always been suspiciously good at poker.
Oh.
Are you still as terrible as you were in college?
I'm gonna go be... What a quote. If Charlie were here right now, so that quote would be being brought up a lot. I'd never be able to live it down. Poker face, tell the truth. Poker face. Hey, I wasn't terrible. I'm not bad at poker. I'm definitely good at poker. Everyone stares at me. Okay, maybe that was a little defensive. Okay, I'm bad at poker.
Nice.
There's no way you're as bad as Joseph. Joseph shrugs.
Oh.
This is basically my thing. I'm giving back to the community.
Wink.
Don't wink at me. American accent is just there. He can go below my decks. That's a quote that was added when Joseph told us to go below deck. Yeah, listen, my American accents are, I mean, even my English accents. Plus, I'm happy to just sit here and eat all of Brian's snacks.
Yeah.
Guess who brought the pigs and blankets?
Oh.
Not Craig. Hey, my Chia Seed granola energy bars are just as delicious.
Everybody laughs. Let's just get the game going. I love Matt. We all take a seat at the table and Matt starts dealing cards. The first couple of rounds go easy and I'm getting the hang of things, but it's obvious that Craig is running the show here. Craig, how did you get so good at this?
It's pretty easy. You just start getting a feel for everybody's tell. Like, Matt'll scratch his ear.
Hey,
Hey. Brian adjusts his pants when he's trying to lie.
hey,
Now, wait a second.
And I think you just loudly announced to the whole room when you have a good hand.
And I'm like, there's a hair in my eye!
There was a hair in my eye. Yeah, that's me. What's Joseph's tell?
Everything. Literally everything. That man is an open book. He couldn't lie if he tried.
Brian can be my new father, you can cook. That is true. Well, at least I have God on my side.
See, you can't even say that with a straight face.
What about Robert?
Honestly, man's an enigma.
Robert raises a glass of whiskey to us in solemn salute. think he'd wipe the floor with us if he actually tried. I'm just here because I enjoy the company.
Oh.
Robert pulls out his phone and stares at it. She wants to sit on the floor! Pay attention, her tits hurt. I feel that in the depth of my fucking soul. My god, the backache I get. Ugh. They're just so big. I can't... Oh my god. Cannot deal with them. But I do, every day, for some reason. I just fallen asleep. That's so cute. You cannot move ever again in your life, but that's so cute. You are officially cat pillow. Nothing else.
Oh.
Robert, is that a flip phone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Nice.
What? Are you a drug dealer now?
Oh.
Yeah. What do you need? Horse? Speed? Tijuana Johnnies?
Hey.
I can get you the street stuff easy, but if you're looking for something exotic or designer, that's maybe 72 hours in a favor called. But I won't need you today. Maybe I won't need you tomorrow. But someday. I don't really. I think I'm good. Right.
Hey.
But still, if you got the coin, I got the goods. Why didn't we go to him for weed, Matt? He would have had it. I dropped my phone in the toilet, and this is the backup until I can get it replaced under warranty. Everyone murmurs their sympathies. We've all been there. I've actually never dropped my phone in a toilet. Touch wood. So far, never done it in a toilet. We go back to playing. I've really got to stop eating these pigs in blankets. Pigs in blankets? I don't know. Pigs in a blankets. Pigs... I don't know, but they're very good. I think there might be cheese in them. I take it back. We need to date Brian next. Oof. I don't know if I got enough to raise you this round. That was... No. Ooh, I don't know if I got enough to raise you this round. Yeah, hang 10. Sophie. You had to move? I hope Kat is okay. You haven't dropped your phone in the toilet, but your phone has gone through... I hope it was okay afterwards, though I doubt it. I would say that I check my pockets with it. I don't, but it's also the fact that my phone is essentially pretty much glued to my hand mostly, so not going anywhere. It's not chance I would leave this in the thing that went in. Why are people messing... What? My sister just did a half marathon. What the fuck is wrong with her? I don't even think that she mentioned she was going to be doing one, but I thought she said it was in like fucking June. She's just messaged me like, here's my half marathon thing, and I'm just like, oh my fucking god. You're built different to every degree. Cat's not mad at you, luckily. That's very good. It was surprisingly okay. Only the microphone and the glass over the camera lens broke. So the things that you need to take photos and make phone calls, which is the primary use for phone. Good on her. I know, right? I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, you're absolutely amazing. I won't be doing that, though. I should probably send her a quick message saying, congrats, you're well done. Because, Jesus fucking Christ. She's never gonna see that I showed you guys this. But she said this in the chat. Someone took a photo while she was mid-run. Can you even see that? Look at my sister go. Look at her doing the thing. Holy moly. You like running. Half marathon is nice. Good for her, couldn't be me. That's honestly the best phrase that I could ever use to describe it. Like, wow. Amazing. You can always bet your firstborn. If you think you can handle another, be my guest. Briar and Hazel are a handful. to say the least. Buddy, you think 3 kids are a handful? Try 4. I'm operating at 100% dad capacity at all times. Actually, it's technically 5. Christine saw a commercial for one of those dolls that poop and wouldn't stop asking for it, and we ended up getting it for her birthday, but she's so grossed out by the fake baby poop that she makes me change its diapers. So now I'm changing the real baby and the fake baby.
Oh.
That veers more towards Damien there, sorry about that. There's just a lot of poop in my household right now. Oof, Daisy got one of those a while back. One night I walked in on her after she had tried to take the doll apart to see how the poop mechanism worked. But then she couldn't put it back together and started crying. Poop everywhere. Yes, Brian's accent has changed again. Essentially, I've realised that all the Americans sound slightly too similar. And fucking, I'm making them slightly different. I have Crocs, the best shoes. I think my mum has a pair of Crocs. I've never tried Crocs. So they don't look the nicest, but from what I understand, they're hella fucking comfy. And like, you do you, okay? If you found something that's comfy, that's nice, that you can go, oof, this is great, fucking do it. I'm not gonna judge you. If anyone does, sound like a bit of a twat. The person who judges you, not you, obviously. Judgy people are twats. Fake poop, but still. That reminds me of... Wait, do we all have poop doll stories? Everyone nods in agreement. Guys, I really don't need any more poop in my life than there is already. Can we just get back to poker and not talk about poop? Matt deals another hand and we quickly forget about the poop. We run out of pigs and blankets and we switch over to Craig's healthy snack food. It actually isn't terrible. They're hella comfortable. Ooh, I'm glad to hear it. Honestly, I feel like they probably got to be... Given how much people, like, ragged on them when they first came out and stuff. There's got to be a reason that they're still going strong. These kale chips are phenomenal. We should sell these at the coffee shop.
Oh.
It's my own recipe. I'd be happy to give it to you guys.
Oh.
I can see it now. Pierce the kale. Chips. You got to leave. Bye-bye, Sad. I love you. Have a lovely rest of your day. Much love. Many love to the cats and the doggo.
Hey.
Pierce the Veil is a popular post-hardcore screamo band out of San Diego. We all look at Matt, confused. How have they not heard of Pierce the Veil? Oh my gosh. It's maybe not any of your wheelhouses. Also, why are all of the dads here aside from Hugo and Damien? That seems slightly rude to Hugo and Damien not to include them. How's the shop nowadays? Busy as ever. I'm toying with the idea of having another person to work the counter, but I haven't found a good candidate. You will, though. You'll find... I've forgotten his name, but he does that band and he prints band t-shirts. I can't remember names. Maurice? No.
Hey, yeah.
If Amanda's looking for a summer gig, let me know. That's really nice of you. But I think she's been burned too badly by coffee shops before. Literally, not figuratively.
Hey, dude.
Matt cocks his head to the side. I'll ask her, though. We get down to the final hand of the night, and it's Craig in the lead by a landslide. Joseph has long since lost all of his chips and has taken to tidying up, refusing any help from the rest of us. Brian deals us all cards. So, what's it gonna take for Robert to give a damn about this round? Robert looks up from his half-empty glass of whiskey. Do you really wanna unleash the beast? I feel like this camera is tilted slightly too far up, because I keep trying to adjust myself, and it's not... There we go. Slightly better. Because I keep trying to do this, and, like, I am trying to work on my posture, but that's too much posture for right now. Well, now I'm curious. I got a long history of being a gambling man, but I'll only do it if you make it interesting. None of these penny chip nonsense. It's also now slightly tilted. Sorry. You're gonna have to deal with it. I got a Lily's 18 years single blend sitting in my closet right now. Was saving it for when River turns 21, but I'm willing to put it up as collateral. Now you're talking my language. He throws the keys to his truck on the table. She's seen better days, but she can still pull a tree trunk out of the ground. Nope. Myself and everyone else at the table immediately folds. Deal the cards, Bright Eye. Are you guys sure you wanna? You heard the man. Deal. Brian deals the next round of cards. Craig says daggers at Robert, who casually sips his whiskey. So, I know you might be thinking, Robert pulls his old workhouse up from the grabs. His only mode of transportation. At times in life, his only home. How could he be so sure of his abilities in gambling? I'll tell you right now, Craig. I wasn't always like this. Look, you lock away, my lovely, lovely. I was a lot like you. Smart, talented, cocksure of my own luck. Great biceps. But it didn't last long, though. I lost everything in a game of Pai Gao in the back room of a Shenzhen tea house on what I thought was a 3-day business trip. Everything gone. Clothes, money, identification, you name it. I woke up in a ditch near Jeju Park. I probably said that wrong. I'm very sorry. I am an ignorant piece of shit. And I had to make my new life from there. It took me 3 years to beg, borrow, and steal my way back to American soil. And in those 3 years, I saw the greatest depths of human fear, loved deeper than I ever had, and lost it all many more times over. I've seen my own death, Craig. I know how I'll die. And it's not like this. So let's make this more interesting. Robert produces the deed to his house from his jacket and tosses it on the table. All I have, and all I am. You prefer to go the distance? Craig wipes the sweat from his brow. He studies Robert's face intently, searching for any sort of tell that he can find. Robert casually sips his whiskey again. I fold. Everyone erupts. Fine, the whiskey's yours. And that is why you don't dance with the devil. Okay, just because you had that. You had that? What's going on? You okay? So what was it? Were you bluffing, or did you have the cards? It's getting worse and worse every second I try. That's for me to take to my grave, fellas. Edgy punch. Munch. Have you got your food yet? You little munch? Munchy munch. He almost certainly had nothing, and just threw that out so that Craig would be too scared to bet his house. Next week, boys. Next week. You got it.
Hey.
I'll be there.
Sure thing. This has been very relaxing, and I sincerely doubt that I will wake up in a cold sweat thinking about it tonight. Keep working on that poker face, Baba. We all say our goodbyes and head our separate ways. Cool. Pay your bills early. Don't talk about bills to me. Fucking please. Fuck you. We're going to see Damien again. Use your hips when throwing. I've already talked about my hips enough, I think. I had a lot of fun hanging out with Damien the other day. I wonder what he's up to. I open up Dad Book and start... you're back. You just might not be in chat much. Don't you worry. Listen, there is never any need for anyone to be in chat, for anyone to be chatting away. You feel free to lurk. You feel free to have me as background noise. Just don't feel like you have to be in here chatting all the time. That's not what these streams are about. These streams are essentially, I'm gonna be spewing out nonsense no matter what happens, so I may as well just show you guys. And in my head, it's a bit like, you know, when you're a kid and you went round to a friend's house and they'd play a game and you'd watch them. That's what I want these to feel like. Just sort of chilling out with a friend, watching him play a game. But there's never any expectation for you to, like, do shit. I like it low-key, what can I say? Amanda walks in the door. Dad, you got a letter. Oh, is it from Grandma? No, it's from Damien. Whoa, can I see it? Amanda hands me a piece of old parchment folded into an envelope and sealed with purple wax. Damn, this dude goes all out. My sister is cooking something and it smells fucking delicious. Not the one who ran the marathon, the other one. I pry off the seal and unfold the letter. In the most beautiful calligraphy, the letter reads, Dearest Baba, I hope you'll find my continued correspondence endearing rather than trying. One can only hope that my use of the slower, more traditional form of communication will showcase my sincere and earnest sentiment that I greatly enjoyed our time together. I write this hastily under the warm embrace of excitement, fearful that I may misstep and speak towards something unwelcome. For now, I hope that you might forgive my boldness. I will simply say that your company has greatly occupied my thoughts. While the afternoon may have been derailed by forces unforeseen, your companionship helped a great deal, not only in the discipline of my child, but in the morale of my spirit. For that I thank you. That said, Baba, if you'd allow me, it would mean the world to me if I could enjoy more of your time. Perhaps a trip to the cinema, followed by a moonlit stroll, would be to your taste. I eagerly await your response. Holy shit, Damien popping out the earnest sentiment, his haste writing and worried. Oh my god. No one's ever spoken to me like this before, Damien. With respect, D. Blood March. I mean, I hope you got the fucking D. I'm so sorry. I am about half a bottle of wine deep at this moment. I'm not gonna fucking stop either. Amanda and I both look up from the letter. Whoa! He's good. So you gonna catch a movie with him? Yeah, I better message him on Dadbook and let him know. Amanda slaps my laptop shut.
Hey.
You have to write him back a real letter. But my handwriting looks like two toddlers fighting over a crayon. Honestly, if I'm trying to write somewhat not slowly, same, Baba. Maybe I am Baba. I'm not cool enough to be Baba. One day I could be cool enough to be Baba. That's never gonna happen, but I can dream.
Yes.
Dad, you have to. He wrote you a letter. That's so cool. Will you help me? I need to class this up. Father, I was made for this. Here's what you do. Find tickets to a show that you two will like. Then enclose them with the letter. Ooh, that's classy. Amanda and I hop onto my laptop and peruse showtimes. He doesn't seem like a romantic comedy kind of guy. He's told us that his favourite thing is like foreign art house horror. Go with that. Oh, here's one. Vampire Crusade 2? Evil never dies. What is this, The Evil Dead? I don't know, that sounds kind of stupid. No, I'm too cool to be... No one is too cool. Baba is the top of cool. Also, I appreciate that so much, and I wonder what on earth I've done to give you such a warped sense of who I am. Thank you. I love that. I love you. And I'm just going to keep that and be like, I got told I'm cool today. I must be hella cool. Actually, it's a critically acclaimed exploration into the ennui existence. It really turns the vampire trope on its head. Really? Nah, it's just lots of blood and vampire titties. Oh, shut up. You are cool. Thank you guys for... I don't see myself as cool, but I wholeheartedly appreciate and acknowledge your opinions and respect them. And thank you. Listen, I just drink wine and talk about calling people daddy. I don't. I'm also eating snacks while I do this. These are Maltesers. Well, let's roll the dice. I purchase the tickets and print them out. Sit down at the table with Amanda trying to draft a nice letter. I start writing, Damien. Maltesers, share. Big bag of Maltesers. They were like £1.50. Here you go. Take some Maltesers, everyone. ASMR. Take some. Enjoy. Next stream I'll bring lemonade for you, Skylar. Don't you worry. I hope this letter finds you in good morrow to you on this fine eve. No. Hey, I do hope this letter finds you in good health. Good one. What's next? I'm not gonna go for that. You mean good? I must confess my amateur control of the written world. I'm glad you guys like the Maltesers. You enjoy. Okay, we're checking along. Let him know how you're feeling. You find me in good spirits. I felt very much the same after our last encounter. I did very much enjoy the adventure. We found ourselves that... Shit! No, I'm going with this. Nice. Ask him to hang out already. True art takes time, Amanda. It's like me trying to draft any message to anyone. I'm like, fuck it. How do I talk to people? Oh my god. Especially when they're cute. Which is the thing about me. Everyone's fucking cute. Listen, I'm pansexual. I'm like pansexual and like demi-romantic. Everyone's just fucking amazing. Anyway. Well, strange time of else, I found myself enamoured with the situation at hand. Like Bruegel's landscape with the fall of Icarus, I find myself lost in your details. Let me get at that. This? Dad. Whoa. I saw it on TV. I am not an actually intelligent person. Bring it home, Pops. Let me take you out. I got 2 tickets to the movies. I very much enjoy your company. Accompanying me to the cinema. It would bring me greatest pleasure to escort you to the cinema. Smooth. Calling it the cinema. It is a cinema. What else would it be? It's a cinema. Do Americans not call cinemas cinemas? What the fuck do Americans call... It's a cinema. I don't care what the fuck. Enclosed you'll find 2 tickets to my Hurricane City 2. I'm sure you'll find both titillating and... Apparently, yeah, very titillating. Best wishes. Hard taps. Namaste. We'll carry on. We'll carry on. We'll carry on. And though your spirit not believe me, your memory will care. I have to go with that. I have to. I have to. And then I sign my name. My full name. Fancy it that way. Movie theatre? A theatre is for, like, plays. Oh, sure, I guess. Thank you, Skylar, as ever, for being my interpreter. I had no clue. Baba Daddy Emo. Is this okay? Amanda reads over my sloppy handwriting. This is exactly what we just read, so I'm not going to read it out again. We'll carry on, it's just another MCR reference. You spelt his name wrong? What? No, I'm just trying to keep you on toes. Oh my god, I was so worried we spelt Damien's name wrong. Cuddly Cat is back. Amazing. Honestly, Sad, you're living my fucking dream. I hope you're loving it. Now all you have to do is seal it and put it in his mailbox. Can I seal it with tape? That's not authentic enough. I have an idea. I'll be right back. Amanda leaves the room and returns with a candle, a lighter, and a small piece of wood. You gotta have a wax seal! She lights the candle, which starts to burn down and form a pool of melted wax. What's that other thing? Amanda pours some of the wax onto the folded letter and expertly presses the small wood piece into it. She lets the wood dry for a second and pulls the wood away, revealing... Here it is! Your sigil. A little kitten with a bow on its head. Amazing. Awesome. Scrapbooking stuff always comes in clutch. Well, I guess all there is to do is deliver it to his doorstep now, huh? Oh, I thought we were getting a carrier pigeon to do it. I already called my guy. I have a pigeon guy. Marcus has the good pigeons. Don't get your pigeons from Anthony. They're no good.
That's no good.
As Sonic would say. I don't want to know if any of this is true. I head outside and walk over to Damien's house. I slip the letter into the slot in his door and go back home. Mission accomplished? Now we play the waiting game. The night finally rolls around where I'm supposed to meet with Damien. The next day, he had left another beautifully crafted letter thanking me for mine and agreeing to the evening. Amanda helps me pick out a nice outfit and I show up to the theatre a little bit early. It's a chilly night and the theatre is kind of crowded, but it's still nice. How do you do? I jump at the sound of his voice and turn around to see Damien right behind me. Oh my god, thunder's rolling in. You almost gave me a fucking heart attack. How long were you there for? I don't know. I just walked up. My apologies for frightening you. Was that thunder? Is it going to rain soon? I didn't hear anything. I was too lost in your eyes. What? What? Regardless, the hour grows close. Also, I'm trying to date this fucker, and I'm taking him on a date where there's just a load of tits, apparently. He does have a son, so maybe he's somewhat interested in that. However, I want him to want me, not the tits. Joe, I'm just gonna quickly add that as a quote, because honestly, that's fucking amazing, and I feel like I have to. How do I? I'm stuck in here. Let me. I'm stuck in the game. I can't get out. Okay, let me write it in my phone. I can remember this. I want him to want me, not the tits, because it does refer to this game, but quite frankly, could refer to any interaction I have with someone. Not the tits. Oh, yes. Ad quote. I know, it's that I can't get my mouse to leave the Dream Daddy screen. I would have to, like, exit out to the main thing, and then I'd be able to get out. You can see my mouse is getting stuck here. It won't let me move over to my second screen. So, shall we take our seats in the cinema? I must thank you again for purchasing our tickets. Please, allow me to repay the deed in Sour Patch Kids, or perhaps Milk Dud. I have no idea what a fucking Milk Dud is. I'll go with the Sour Patch Kids. Let's do it. Thank you, Sad, for adding the quote. That might be my new favourite. We get in line to buy snacks. As we're waiting, I hear a familiar voice behind us. Ugh, my dad's here. I turn around and find Lucian standing a few feet behind us with a gaggle of other goth kids. Lucian, how nice to see you. I didn't know you were coming to the theatre. I'm glad to see you spending some quality time with your friends.
Whatever, Dad.
What movie will you be attending tonight?
My friends are making me see some kids movie about talking animals. I don't really care about it.
Well, I do hope you enjoy your evening. We'll be watching Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies.
What?
You? Watching that?
Yeah, I thought Damien would enjoy it.
Good luck with that, Dad.
Lucian rejoins his friends and I look over at Damien. Good luck with what? It's nothing. My son loves to tease. We wait in line for a little longer and Damien buys us snacks. He seems a little nervous. I wonder what's wrong. Is he scared of blood or something like that? Damien and I take our seats and settle in for previews. Glancing at him, I can see that he's sweating profusely and gripping his armrest. Is everything okay? Vampires hurt. Is everything okay? Everything is perfectly fine. I'm so excited for this film. Wow, you would have been terrible at poker, Damien. I'm a devoted patron of the arts, especially the scary art. The scarier the art, the better. Stamp, you can get a stamp. Let's give you a little heart. Do you have a particular place you want the stamp? If not, I'm gonna pick. You can of course have a stamp. We love a stamp redemption. While I give you a chance to say if you have anywhere you want it to go, I'll carry on reading the things. Do you have a favourite horror movie? I have, of course, I have a favourite horror movie. Mine is Halloween Town. Terrifying. Cat hath fallen asleep on your face. Can you imagine you were doing stamp and I was just like, stamp myself, you can't see where. Okay, face. Let's give myself a beauty mark. It's a little. That didn't work. Mirror. That came out quite bad. Let me redo it. I'm going to make it better for you. I've now got a mustache. Formula. Wait a minute. Okay. I'm going to make it good for you. Just giving myself a nice beauty mark. I'm drying off my face as well. Stamp. Stamp! There's a little heart on my upper lip now. Oh. That bit where I was like, that really did look like that Mulan character, the matchmaker. Terrifying. Halloween Town. Oh. Interesting.
Huh.
That's... Oh, I don't remember Halloween Town being that scary. I would have expected him to bring up some strange foreign horror film that I'd never heard of. Damien's knuckles are turning white. It looks like he's about to rip the armrest off. Wait a second. Damien, are you afraid of horror movies? You must be joking. I love horror movies. The lights dim for the film. Damien screams. I apologise. I was thinking about something far scarier than this movie, which is not scary at all. We settle in as the film starts. Why the fuck is Baba eating licorice? That's fucking disgusting. Baba, no. How dare we? I offer Damien some licorice and he takes one. Take note of how much his hands are shaking. The title flashes across the screen in bloody letters. Vampire Crusade 2, Evil Never Dies. A pale man with long silver hair, glittering red eyes, and well-oiled abs sits up in a coffin. Awaken my coven! Two more vampires slide the tops of their sewn coffins onto the floor. He needs a hug. He does need a hug. I will gladly hug you, Damien. Brother, is it time? Yes, husband, but also mortal enemy. It is time. Oh, Carmela. Yes, yes, husband, but also mortal enemy. It is time. It looks like I've got like a mole now here. It didn't come out looking quite as stampy as I wanted it to. I hope you like it anyway. The three look at each other and then to the camera. For the Vampire Crusade! This rules. The trio of vampire flies off into the night as foreboding organ music plays in the distance. I somehow got lost in the movie. As dumb as it sounded, it's actually a pretty fun flick. We get to a tense moment in the movie where Romulus Trueblood sits at a truce meeting with the general of the human army, whose wife Romulus has fallen in love with. Can we have this movie again? Can I watch the movie in real life? Is it a bit like Lesbian Vampire Hunters, but a bit better, hopefully? Oh, what? Yeah, that is the film with James Corden. And also, something that my brain cannot wrap its head around is the fact that James Corden in America is like this, woo, slick English presenter, The Late Show with James Corden, carpool karaoke, and in my mind, he is Horn and Corden, Gavin and Scacey, lesbian vampire killers. How has he managed to wholeheartedly rebrand it? How have no I really want to see some Americans finding lesbian vampire killers and watching it and then being like, what the fuck? What was that? Because honestly, and also like that one Horn and Corden sketch, like one of the sketches that I think they became most famous for because they actually then released it like for free to people to download on iTunes or something when that was still a thing, where he goes and buys a burger with Matthew Horn, who was like his co-comedian collaborator on that show and stuff, per the name of the show, Horn and Corden, and he eats a bite of it and then suddenly he's like, I wasn't this big, and then just takes off his shirt and starts like moving around his belly. Which, that would be hilarious, right? It's like if we found out Barack Obama had also starred in like a Z-list zombie movie. You'd be like, I'm sorry, the fuck? Well, not Barack Obama. Obviously, we hold him in a higher regard. I'm not saying James Corden and Barack Obama. No. Obama? Corden? My other hand was by the floor. Romulus, it is good to finally meet you. General, I agree, it's good to finally... Blood you!
Aye.
Romulus leaps out and slashes at the general's throat. Blood splatters over everything, including the camera. Damien screams again, reflexively grasping my hand. This is why we brought him to a scary movie. We wanted him to get scared and grab our hands and we could put our arm around him and keep him safe. Obama is awesome. I agree. I immediately blush, forgetting about any vampires or blood or vampiric blood. Yeah, you blush. I'm terribly sorry. Damien retracts his hand and places it back in his lap. No! Put it back on mine! Unless it's in your lap for another reason, Damien. I was writing a novel in my head about blood magic and I got to an extremely scary section. Damien goes back to quietly stressing out over the movie. It's kind of cute that he won't admit he's afraid of it. I wish he would hold my hand again. This is Baba just like... He's just saying that. Maybe I could do something to make him feel more comfortable? I got it. I'll do what all dads do best. Talk during the movie. Okay. Tell dad joke, point out a plot hole, ask what's... Point out a plot hole? Did you notice how the guard fired 7 bullets, but his gun only holds 6 bullets? Yes, that is absolutely unforgivable from a filmmaking standpoint. It's almost unwatchable. It's funny how it's so much easier to point out tiny mistakes in the work of others than it is to actually go and create your own thing, huh? Hey look, that's an anachronism.
Oh.
The rest of the movie goes by relatively smoothly with only a few whimpers from Damien. I'll make him fucking whimper. Sorry, what? No. Half a bottle of wine, I could never be me. Maybe he would have liked the romantic comedy better. We get to the final scene of the movie where Romulus, Bad Blood, and the General's wife embrace each other in his crypt. It appears that the true vampire crusade was the vampire crusade in our hearts. Oh god, I'm beating. It's like, oh well, the true thing was the friends we made along the way. Romulus and the General's wife begin making out. Hard. The film fades to black and the end appears on the screen. But then it hard cuts to Demetrius and his rival lover Carmenella, who watch the two from afar. Oh no, twist ending. Our bloodline has been pure for thousands of years. Romulus has betrayed us by loving a human woman. It will only be a short time before the next vampire crusade. 3, evil must die. Again. More thunder, more ominous organs. The movie fades out again. A bloody question mark now accompanies the end. Damien and I walk out of the movie theatre amongst throngs of chattering moviegoers. He's a little more pale than I remember, but otherwise he survived the encounter. He even seems kind of invigorated.
Oh.
What an interesting film. While the premise admittedly struck me as pedestrian, I was intrigued by its harrowing love story and great attention to detail in regards to vampiric lore. Yeah, it was pretty good. A lot more vampire titties than I thought there would be.
Ah.
As quote 71 says, I want him to want me, not the tits. Come, the night is young, let's take a stroll. Damien is making a point of not telling me where he's taking me. Still, I'm enjoying the night and the cool night air, the walk and the cool night air even. Being alone here with Damien is a lot better than being in a crowded theatre. Lovely night, isn't it? As lovely as the company, yes. Stop it, you. He thinks I'm lovely. Damn. Okay, here comes the smooth response. Thanks, cool, okay. Thanks.
Oh.
No problem. Crushed it. We both stand there feeling a little awkward. I sure am one smooth operator. Oh yeah, baby. Are you getting a little hungry? We could maybe stop off and grab something to eat. Worry not, friend. I have a plan. We turn the corner and are greeted by the gates of a cemetery? What? Are we going in there? A little bit of Victorian flavour, Baba. Trust me. Flavour has a U in it. Spell it right, bitch. I'm a bit... This music is quite loud, and I can't turn it down because of the game thing. Sorry, I'll talk louder. I'm a bit nervous, but Damien hasn't led me wrong yet. I follow his lead as we walk into the cemetery. Statues of angels stare down at us as we follow a path through the faded tombstones. As we crest a small hill, we get a beautiful view of the city. The night lights sparkle around us. I gotta hand it to him. For being a cemetery, this is strangely romantic. Picnicking in graveyards is an old Victorian tradition. An appropriate finish to an evening after a vampire movie, wouldn't you say? With a flourish, Damien produces a blanket and a picnic basket. Wait, were you hiding that? Where were you hiding that? Under my cloak? Oh, right. Damien unfolds the blanket and we both sit down, gazing out at the city lights. He produces a bottle of red wine.
Hey, lads.
That is what I should be saying on a date, him producing wine. I'm just like, already here for it, baby. This is quite low at this point. Oh no. We're 2/3 of the way through our dates, it's fine. Dude is magical. I agree wholeheartedly. And a fine selection of cheeses. Oh my god, I'm in love. Absolute yes, please. God, yes. You're giving me red wine and cheese? Fuck it, I'll marry you right now. In the Victorian era, there were no public art galleries, parks or botanical gardens to speak of. Once rural graveyards became a more popular alternative to church burials, they became the only place that people could see beautiful plant life and fine sculptures. That makes sense. This is pretty nice. I have a question though. How are you okay with being in a graveyard, but you had trouble handling a scary movie?
What?
I wasn't. He sighs deeply. Okay, yes, I was extremely scared by that movie. I was not writing a book about blood magic in my head. I have never been good at those. I just feel as if because of how I look and act, people expect me to love horror films. Only reason I picked horror is because you put it on Dad Book, bitch! So I must play the part. Truth be told, I don't know if I have the constitution for them at times. Damien, I'm so sorry. If I'd have known, I would have suggested another movie. It's quite alright. I actually did find myself enjoying this one, thanks to your help. Graveyards, however, I think there's something rather beautiful about death. Cemeteries are traditionally built away from cities, away from the realm of the living, and it keeps us rather separate from it. To acknowledge death and become comfortable with it, I think gives us a certain intimate knowledge of ourselves. to sit amongst generations of those who came before us, to truly be alive in the midst of so much death, brings me comfort. I actually have a friend who has very similar opinions. I once went for lunch with this friend, and then we spent like 4 hours sitting in a graveyard chatting. And they were just saying how they think it's really nice and relaxing to be there, and I was like, you know what? You do you, boo. There aren't really that many graveyards close to where I live, to be honest. There is one that is also in a town centre, and it is right next to my old school, so I don't really hang around there much. I think it's weird if I hang around a primary school. Just a touch. Okay, do you call me it? I know, right? Damien's just like 5 edgy, 6 me, you know? That is a 2014 meme, Aaliyah. How dare you? Death helps me appreciate life, to savor every second. We sit and enjoy our food and wine. I don't feel scared anymore. Never thought I'd be comfortable sitting alone in a graveyard at night, but actually it feels very peaceful. You're not alone! You've got Damien! How dare you? There are 2 near your house. They're actually very lovely. That's good. I think that is one of the things, though, that he mentioned, that graveyards do often have, like, really nice sculptures and stuff for the people who passed. Lots of people put out flowers for them or plant flowers and stuff. So they can actually be incredibly beautiful. And apparently the view from this one's great. We can't see it, but apparently it's fucking great. Suddenly it doesn't seem like we're alone. Off in the distance I see the crunch of the leaves are nice there. Off in the distance I see a shadowy figure in the trees. What is that? I'm not sure. It noticed us. I'm paralysed with fear as it begins lumbering slowly towards us. It's taking a more animal form. More feral. Is it just going to be a dog? Is it probably a dog? I look to Damien for help, but he's just as afraid and transfixed as I am. I want to scream, but it's stuck in my throat. The creature's getting closer and moving faster. Oh. It's a dog. It finally comes into the light. The friendliest, dumbest little Boston Terrier I've ever seen pulls its owner towards us. The dog trots over to Damien and sniffs at his hands. Damien looks ecstatic. He ruffles the dog's hair happily. It's just a pigeon. My friend and I call pigeons Pageant, and we also call each other Pageant. She's my best friend. She wants when Apple first did that huge update and added loads of animal emojis, she took a photo of herself like this and put a squirrel in her hand, but got herself so confused somehow when showing it to me, and she went, "Look, it's a pigeon!" And I was like, first off, pigeon. Second off, that's a fucking squirrel, Emma. But now we call each other Pageant, and we literally have each other's handwriting tattooed on us saying Pageant. I remember when the tattoo artist, they were like, just to check, is this meant to spell a word? And we were like, it's a word we've sort of made up, don't you worry about it. And she was like, oh, that's cute then. Because apparently lots of people go in and they're just like, hey, spell there for me, but they give them the wrong spelling, and, you know, they have to check the spelling. He ruffles the dog's hair happily. What a beautiful dog. Hey. We both look up, not expecting to see... Thanks. It's Robert! I suppose the collar sort of might give that away. Robert, what are you doing out here on this lovely evening? Hunting cryptids. What? What? I didn't know you had a dog. This isn't my dog. I found her wandering the street. I put a leash on her. And now we're walking around this graveyard together. Hunting cryptids. Damien and I share a look. May I give her a treat? Sure. Wouldn't give her cheese, though. Not to worry. Damien reaches into the depths of his clothes and produces a small dog treat. What else is he keeping in there? The dog laps up the treat and crunches away, tail wagging furiously. Damien continues to smooth down her fur. Thanks. My absolute pleasure. Damien shakes the dog's paw. Lovely to meet you, my friend. May our paths cross again. Robert and his dog disappear into the darkness again. Damien stares after them. I didn't know you liked dogs. Oh, Victorians love dogs, actually. Most Victorian women of high fashion would always be accompanied by a small dog such as a terrier or a Maltese. I think big dogs are nice too. How many pockets does this man have? All the pockets. It's like a TARDIS in there. It's bigger on the inside. He was hiding a whole picnic basket. He's just, every single thing you see here, all of these, all pockets. That's a pocket, that's a pocket, there's no one there, another one there. Yeah, man, dogs are cool. Cats are better. I do believe we've had enough excitement for one night. What say we make our way home? Damien hops to his feet and extends a hand to help me up. I gladly take it as my knees aren't what they used to be. You love Rottweilers because they're cute. They are quite cute. They are very cute, to be fair. Staffies are also very cute. And people often, misconstrue them as, like, angry, scary dogs. But I think it's a bit like humans, A lot of it is based on who raises you and how you're raised and the environment you're in and stuff. Like, not every Rottweiler is gonna be horrible and bite some kid's face, like the news told us when we were 10. Also, I do recognise I'm saying us like you're all the same age as me. None of you are. He packs up his picnic basket and leads us out to the graveyard. As we begin the walk home, I take one last look at the cemetery. It really is beautiful. You have one, he's a cuddly boy. Oh, is that Rowan? Roland? I have your dog's name here somewhere, because I'm still going to name... on Monday we're going to do a normal Minecraft, and then I'm going to name the dogs per your naming request. But yes, I do have your name... I have your dog's name in here, and tomorrow, going to be named. I have not yet completed the channel point request that you raised, because I'm not completing it till I name it. No. Like a proper gentleman, Damien walks me to my doorstep. Thank you ever so kindly for your company tonight. Yes, Rowan! Sometimes I have a memory. Damien, it was my pleasure. Baba, if you allow me, it would bring me a great joy to offer you a token of my affection. Kiss on the lips. Damien reaches into his cloak and pulls out a folded, monogrammed handkerchief. He presses it into my hand. Wow, thank you, Damien. Rowan, pronounced. Thank you very much for correcting me. I will use this to dry my tears. I can't wait. I'm gonna wave at passing ships. I'll use this to dry my tears for those I've lost. Yes. A noble purpose. Damien shuffles his feet. I just want to say that it's rare to find someone like you, someone who's open to my eccentricities. It's nice to feel so accepted. Thank you. Damien! I accept you no matter what, okay? I accept everyone. As long as you're not hurting anyone, you do you, boo. Damien gives my hand a quick squeeze. I was hoping you'd do that to my arse, but fair. I'm sorry, the wine is having an effect. It's also not just the wine. Damien blushes and hastily retracts his hand. I must take my leave. Good night. Before I can say anything else, he's gone. I unlock the door and step inside. Like a whirlwind, Amanda runs from the window and plops down on the couch, trying to look nonchalant. Hey, Dad, what's up? Were you watching me from the window? No, I was just... Okay, yes, how was the movie? Lots of vampire titties. Told you. Amanda, how did you know that there were loads of titties in this movie? From my understanding, you're 17 right now. I can't judge. But as it turns out, Damien is wait, Amanda doesn't need to know that. I'll keep it between me and Damien. Scary cool. Yeah, he's so cool, it is scary. Nice save, Baba. Did you know that graveyards used to be a place to throw parties? It's not quite what you were told, Baba, but I appreciate the try. I think I'm misremembering that. You are, but you know what? Go for it, hun. Wow, it's pretty punk. Also, we saw a dog. Definitely thought it was a werewolf for a minute, though.
Yeah.
How can you be so sure it wasn't a werewolf? How can you be so sure I'm not a werewolf? And how can you be so sure you're not a werewolf? Amanda's eyes narrow. I don't trust you. Nor I you. We make intense, wary eye contact for a second. Anyway, I'm calling it for the night. Don't stay up too late, will ya? I try not to howl at the moon past midnight. Exercise regular. Oh, don't fucking tell me that. I'm sitting here drinking a whole bottle of wine. Piss off, game. S rank? A rank. I think we'll get at least.
Are you familiar with the works of Corey Feldman?
No.
He simply slayed in The Lost Boys.
Oh, okay. It's in the last. For you, I'll do anything, sweetie. Don't you worry. Okay. 2 dates down, 1 more to go. Don't trust gas station egg sandwiches. That is, yeah. Petrol station, but sure. It's a beautiful night and the air smells so fresh, so I decided to take the long way home. I casually stroll through the neighbourhood, taking in the sights and sounds of the suburban city, with a low crime rate and wide, walkable sidewalks at night. So I approach the bar, I can hear patrons inside cheering. Oh, I bet the game is on. I wonder if my team is playing tonight. A drop of water hits my head, and now it's lots of drops of water. It's pouring with rain, maybe I should wait outside. Order a bit. Oh, is this where we see Mary again? We're gonna see Mary, and she's gonna be like, you fucking stole my husband. And I'll be like, don't worry, bitch, he's all yours. I don't give a shit about him. Camaraderie of the game. Sports are nice, yeah. Yeah, none other than Mary, sitting alone, nursing a cocktail. That's not a cocktail! Why is he cute? Baba? So cute. He's just, he's the most personable person, you know? Something about her seems different this time. Not hanging out with some younger guy, looks sad. Half-heartedly raises her glass to me. No. Fuck that. We've done that before. I've talked to Mary. She's been a bitch. I fucked her husband, then she left me. Not again. Eventually I managed to disengage from the game and realise that Mary has left. Hope she doesn't have too much of a rough night. Yeah, that's because we've been on at least 2 dates with Joseph. That'll always happen.
Welcome.
Whenever we do a thing.
Dads.
Fuck you. Damien's speaking to us. Hey, are you up to it? Hey, are you up to anything tonight? Hugo and I were planning to go to the art walk downtown, and were wondering if you would care to accompany us. I would normally write a letter longhand, but I've run out of distressed parchment paper. Whoa, why can I see Damien and Hugo's chat? Am I a hacker? I don't even have a hacker alias! The feds are gonna bust down my door any minute now. I've got to destroy this computer. Baba, this is a group chat. Oh, thank God. Do either of you guys know how to destroy a computer? You can run Darik's boot and nuke from a startup flash drive. But once you've done that, it's best to physically destroy the platters altogether. The Victorians were well versed in information security. Baba, do you want to go see some art or not? Art is good. Let's go see art. It's okay if you don't come in first. Just make sure you have health insurance. I thought for a second it said it's okay if you don't come first, and I was like, okay. Alright, game. Really getting into it, I see. So we haven't even been on the 3rd date yet. Also, I'm eating cookies. That's what the rustling noises are, sorry. Damien and Hugo invited me to the monthly art walk down in Maple Bay. Never really been to one of these before, so I'm not quite sure what I'm in for. Think I'm here a bit early. This is a bad thing to do, chewing, when I'm trying to do a talking game. I don't see Damien or Hugo anywhere. I feel a little uncomfortable standing amongst all these fancy art people. Baba? I turn around. It's fucking Joseph. Course it is. Course it's fucking Joseph! Prick. You wish you had cookies? I'm gonna have one of my cookies. Cookie? You want a cookie? They fell onto my laptop and hit a button to make the next thing. Joseph, what are you doing here? I hope you managed to grab a cookie in that time. There are crumbs all over my laptop. I'm gonna have to clean this later. 1 second. That's the start. Joseph scoffs at me. Don't fucking scoff at me, you prick! How dare you? Your kids are fucking weird and creepy. Your wife's an alcoholic. And you're just a cheating son of a bitch, okay? What am I doing here? How could you ask me that? I'm obviously a huge art appreciatist. Okay, fine. Damien invited me to this art walk thing. I'm guessing he invited you too? Thanks, you're very welcome, sweetie. Yep. Admittedly a little out of my depth here. Thank God, I thought I was going to be the only odd one out. Are you allowed to say that? Say what? Sorry, that's him. To say what? You know. Thank God. Yes, I actually get double points when I say it since I'm a minister. The points get you into heaven, that's how it works. Anyway, where are the guys? I look and spot Hugo and Damien, who seem to have just arrived at the gallery. Good eve. Evening, friends.
Oh.
Who's ready for some art? You know I am. I have no idea what I'm in for. Artist. You know I am. You know I love looking at paintings that are in frames, and also paintings that aren't in frames. Art is good and stuff. Well put, Baba.
Hey.
All you have to know is that if you are ever feeling overwhelmed, there's generally always a table that has free wine and cheese. I should go to fucking art galleries. That sentence has just decided it for me. We're going to an art gallery, guys. Woo! You ever wonder if you're a train wreck? I don't wonder it, I know it. I like art now. Exactly, Baba. Same wavelength. I've got the table in my sights. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to help myself to some tiny wines. Talk art. So, I'm not going with fucking Joseph. Fuck that bitch. So, what's this first place? This particular artist specializes in landscape paintings of various locales within the American Northeast. I look at the art. It is rad art. At the risk of sounding uninformed, do all of these landscapes look like butts to you guys?
Mm-hmm.
Hugo and Damien lean in, examining the painting in earnest. It would appear as if you are correct. Valid assessment, Baba. Hey, this art stuff's pretty easy. Just like, it looks like a butt. Just leave it there. Wow, Baba's great at this. Oh, it gets more complicated. Sometimes the butts are more symbolic, or sometimes the butts are metaphors. Sometimes the art is about butts they don't draw. Interesting. I'm very clearly just showing off my preferences here. I'm like, looks like a butt to me. Sorry. I know, it's just... These Dream Daddy streams are always interesting. It's also why I've now added in the element of alcohol. I feel like it makes it more interesting for y'all. I hope so. It's Speaking of, I'm gonna refill my wine glass. And by that I mean my random glass when I want to do something fun. These streams are fun. I think they're fun. Ooh, 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 ooh. Hey! The perfect size glass. Let's not judge the fact that in the past 2-ish hours I've drunk a whole bottle of wine. I've drunk 2/3 of a bottle of wine. Will then be the whole bottle that will be done in like 3 hours. Listen, it's fine, because I'm going to finish the stream, and I'm going to eat some chicken, maybe have a bath, and then just go to bed. It'll be an early night for me, don't worry. Joseph returns to our group with Chinese cheese and wine. What did I miss?
Hey,
Butts. Shame. The cheese is nice though. Shall we visit the next place? These guys all have very similar accents. This was a bad idea. We'll leave the first gallery and walk for a few minutes before we reach another one. This gallery's a bit more crowded. Huge paintings of... I'm not even sure. Hang on the walls. Oh, jeez. What am I looking at here? This is abstract art. I think the more important question is, what does this art mean to you? I stare at the painting, concentrating as hard as I can on its meaning. It's a metaphor for the human condition. It reminds me of my childhood. It represents strife. It's a bud. Okay, looking at these in the background, they don't look like butts as much as I want to go with that answer. I want to pick that it's a butt, but I'm gonna be good and actually try and do something. I think the colours are... I suppose there is, like, you know, the red undertones that could be strife. I'm gonna say it's a human condition. It seems to be an attempt to visually represent a universal experience. That's really powerful, Baba. Care to expound upon it? These vivid, simple forms communicate solemnity that is betrayed by the raw expressiveness of the brushwork, which, in a way, speaks to the essential nature of human experience. The scars left by the passage of time and the turmoil of contemporary life are both contextualized and deepened by the rose-coloured echoes of pre-Oedipal consciousness. I could have believed what he was saying was true until he started talking about fucking Oedipus. Whoa, slow down there, Papa. Do us a favour and keep it all simple. I won't do you any fucking favours, you absolute piece of trash! It's a butt. Everyone stares at the painting. Yeah, that's definitely a butt. While a valid assessment, I can't help feeling your initial judgment may be closer to the artist's intentions. Maybe you underestimating how much the artist liked butts. You are a servant of the Lord. Oh, God's creatures. Even butts. That's amazing. That's the best quote ever. Butts are God's creatures too, guys. Comparing this piece to the artist's body of work, I'm pretty sure this represents the sense of isolation he feels creating traditional abstract artwork in a field that's rapidly moving towards digitization. Got an S in it, but cool. Wow. How do you figure that? That's what it says on the placard. Oh. Let's look at a few more of these. We walk around the gallery, sampling some more of the artist's work. I almost hate to say it, but abstract art is kind of growing on me. It's interesting that the artist chooses not to let their work be defined by... What's the word? Realism? I'm going with realism. As we're looking at one of the paintings, a patron scoffs loudly. I could do that.
Ah.
Excuse me?
I.
Hugo, not here. No, come back here. The patron walks away, not noticing Hugo fuming right next to him.
Oh.
How could you? You could say... I can read English. You say you could do that, but you didn't. You don't seem to have the intellectual depth nor the artistic skill to execute a piece even a fraction as impressive as this one.
I'm not angry.
Art
Just
is the
disappointed.
truest expression of the self, and it seems like your self is so bad your art would be bad. Hugo's insult game isn't the best, but there's no denying his passion. Damien is holding him back at this point. Friend, he is not worth it. Hugo manages to cool down. He smooths his jacket, looking fabby as ever with that little man bun. I'm sorry, I just love art very much. We know, buddy. I pat Hugo on the shoulder. You know what would ease the mood? Let me guess. Fucking dick before you leave me for your wife. Salty? No, I'm not salty. Is it cheese? No.
Ah.
It's wine and cheese.
Oh,
Co-signed. The four of us head over to the wine and cheese table, which thankfully is grounded in realism and is actually wine and cheese.
Hey.
We got one last stop on the tour. You lot feeling up for it? Is it going to be any weirder than this art? It is absolutely weirder than this art. Let's do it. Damien, Hugo, Joseph and I walk over to a performance in the street. Several masked performers in leotards undulate wildly on the ground. I don't think I've ever seen that word written down, but I presume that's how you pronounce it. Screaming both at each other and us. So, quick question.
Oh.
Shoot. What is happening? I second this question.
Ah.
Performance art. What does it mean? Again, I pose the very same question to you, Mr. Daddy Emo. Fear of existence, the very humanity of being human. They really like screaming butts. Oh no! I meant to click the fear of... No, we're gonna load it. Ah, fuck it, it's fine. It's just a mini game. What do you think they're trying to say? I do believe it's less about what they are saying and more about what they're saying. Oh, why they're saying. I can read. I think there's something special about performance art. With almost every other form of art, music, painting, photography, the artist uses their medium as a conduit for their emotions. With performance art, the medium is the artist. It's the purest expression of raw human emotion. It's art as catharsis. That's beautiful, Damien. So what you're saying is, if I start making really loud fart noises now, it's art as long as I, really mean it. Always gotta lower the fucking tone, Joseph, haven't you, you piece of shit? God, what trash! Apologies for talking with my mouth full. I just fucking hate him. Damien fixes him with a hard stare. I was gonna start making fart noises, but based on the look on your face, that joke isn't going to play well with this crowd.
Ah.
Wise. We watch the rest of the performance as earnestly as we can, and clap politely after the dancers scream their way off stage. Whew, I think I'm all arted out. Agreed. We all decide to walk home together. We literally live fucking next door to each other, so yeah. We make our way back out to the cul-de-sac. Tiny wine and cheese sloshing around in my stomach. Honestly, sounds fucking heavenly. Right now I've got wine and cookies, which is also pretty fucking fun. I think what I've learned tonight, and not just what I've learned about art, which was nice and extremely informative, but what I've learned tonight is that when you put a bunch of tiny cheese and wine together, it eventually becomes regular wine and regular cheese, followed by too much wine and too much cheese. The tiny cheese lured me into a false sense of security. I felt safe with the tiny cheese. Wax wings too close to the sun.
Oh.
Cheese wings? Those would melt in the sun too, and I feel it's more appropriate imagery.
Oh.
Plus it'd be delicious. A nice Emmentaler, possibly.
Oh.
Hey, if you guys were painters, what would you paint?
Huh.
I actually dabble in oils. I mostly paint landscapes. I'm not very good, but it's a nice way to pass the time.
Oh.
I think I would focus on personal portraits of people in unique professions. For example, luchadors. Is that how you pronounce that? I think it... I don't know. I think I paint boats. So, yeah, no one gives a shit what you paint, Joseph. Yeah, really? You fucking piece of shit. Yeah, I'm surprised you're choosing boats in favour of a long history of religious imagery and artwork. Yeah, no one cares. What about you, Baba? Food artistry, landscapes, tasteful views of the artist. Food.
Ah.
I would probably do still lifes of various foods. Bowls of fruit, maybe some bread in there. Would there be cheese involved? See, I thought about that, and no, I can't stare at a pile of cheese for 8 hours without eating some of it, and that would ruin the whole thing.
Ah.
Excellent point. We finally get to the cul-de-sac. Good art. Good art! Agreed.
Oh.
See you guys around. Whether you want to or not. No one fucking likes you. That's what we're reading out of this. No one likes you, no one wants to see you, but you just turn up at fucking shit. I head inside to deal with my inevitable cheese over. I have indeed eaten like a shit ton of cheese at once, and... it's a lot. Is all I'm saying. I won't say. So I found, you know when you get mozzarella usually from a shop, it's very squishy and it comes in liquid. Not great for mozzarella sticks, it's too melty. Because even if you freeze it, you'll put it in the fryer and it'll fall apart. I found hard mozzarella. Like pressed mozzarella. I made my own cheese sticks. They were amazing. But also when I finished, I realised that I'd eaten an entire block of mozzarella cheese on my own. It was honestly one of the greatest nights of my life. That's a joke, but I do also have no regrets about doing it. It was fucking great. Due to ask people about their mysterious hand tattoos. I want hand tattoos. They look so... I've already talked about this when that quote came out before. But they look so fucking cool. I really, really want some. But it's one of the reasons why I don't have any tattoos on my arms. Like, I have tattoos on my legs. I have tattoos on my shoulders and stuff. There's a dinosaur. And I have this one on my wrist because it's very important to me. But I don't... I feel like when you have tattoos on your arms, especially me because I wear a lot of tank tops, they are seen constantly. And I'm like, what elements of my personality do I feel so strongly about? Do I know so strongly about that in like 30 years time they're still going to feel the same? Because like my first tattoo that I got, I look at it now, and at the time I wanted it so badly, and I look at it now and I'm like, sure, it's fine. But I don't know if I want someone to judge my entire personality based on that, which I feel like they do with tattoos that are on your hands and arms. And they look so cool when people have them, like, coming down their hands, and you see them, like, poking out of sleeves. Oh my god, that's so hot. And then they're, like, on their fingies, and I'm like, oh my god, you're so cool. But also, I don't know what I'd fucking get. Maybe I'll just get a bean. Maybe if we ever hit 1,000 followers. If we ever hit 1,000 followers, I'll get a bean tattooed on me. I did say maybe in there. You can't hold me to this. Yeah, we're dating Damien again. Messaging, yes, this is a third date, and we're ready for it. Don't use metal utensils on non-stick frying pans. That is very good advice, to be fair. Ever since we had that picnic at the graveyard, Damien and I have been spending a lot of time together. We go on nighttime strolls pretty regularly. He was so impressed with the first letter I wrote him that he insists we only communicate by post instead of through Dadbook. I initially protested, but he gave me one of those old signet rings to use as a seal for my letters, and I just couldn't say no. Oh, one of his old signet rings. Oh my god. Hanging out with that goth dad again? The whole title of this stream, Amanda. How did you guess? Please, Amanda, you know his name. And yes. Be honest with me here, Pops. Is he actually a vampire? I remember you inviting him into our household that one time, and I've seen The Lost Boys, and I honestly would have preferred trying to see if he could have walked through the threshold of our home under his own power. Yes, Amanda, I have become Damien's familiar. I am compelled under his curse. I'm sorry, sweetie. Turn into a bat. I don't think... What's the point of being a vampire if you can't turn into a bat? True words were never spoke. Well, okay, I'm off. Are you taking the car, or are you flying into the night on the leathery wings of a bat? It doesn't look very nighttime outside, but still. One of those. While I'm out, can you throw away the garlic bread that's in the freezer so I don't die? That'd be great. I'm keeping it there as insurance. You understand, right? That's my girl. Damien and I walk along the water's edge. Oh my god, it's got the music! This is the music that happens whenever they tell me that they're madly in love with me. I'm ready. Listen, we got an A, we got an S. I swear to fucking god, if they cuck me again, I will quit this game. I mean, they won't give a shit, I've already paid for it, but still. Damien and I walk along the water's edge, chatting. That's Joseph's boat. I hope it fucking sinks. Damien's cape, I mean cloak. He hates it when people call it a cape. Damien's cloak flutters behind him in the breeze. Well, yeah, it's technically correct, because it's only a cape if it also, like, comes around here and stuff. Don't ask me why I have that knowledge. This is gonna seem like a silly question, but why do goths wear black? Gothic subculture has always been associated with death, so it would make sense that the style surrounding it would be greatly influenced by mourning. Interestingly enough, though, was that in the Victorian era, Queen Victoria herself mourned the death of her late husband for 10 whole years, wearing black for the rest of her life. If that's not goth, I don't know what is. Yeah, no, Queen Victoria genuinely did that when Prince Albert died, from when he passed, and people after a year were like, okay, he's been dead now, you can stop wearing it. She literally, up until the day she died, never wore anything other than black. I mean, you know, she probably wore, like, different nighties and stuff and nightgowns, but publicly she never wore anything other than black, because she was so distraught at losing the love of her life, etc., etc. I have another question. Go ahead. How are you so comfortable with death? You mentioned in the graveyard that it helps you appreciate your life or something? I've experienced several losses over the course of my life. I truly believe that the only manageable way to cope with it is to accept that death is simply a part of living. It's the single universal truth for every human who has ever lived. I'm going to die, you are going to die, and life carries on without us. Listen, there's only two truths in life. Death and taxes. That's what they say. Oh, I hate fucking taxes. I pay so many, and I don't. Why do I have to? Why? I don't do anything. I don't go outside. Why I gotta pay tax? No, I understand I have to pay tax. Blah 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 blah. Doesn't that make you feel scared? Not at all. Without the advancements of modern science, death was everywhere in the Victorian era, and yet funerals were major social functions. Victorians were obsessed with mementos of their loved ones, even going so far as to elaborately stage photographs of their dead relatives. Yeah, Victorians would do that. They would literally get the corpses of their relatives after the funeral people had prepared them and prop them up and take photos with them, or just take photos of the corpse. Again, not sure why I have this information in my head. British schooling system, what can I say? The minute, the process of mourning was so complex that there were set periods of grieving that were deemed acceptable based on who in your life had passed. Now we don't have any of that. If you lose someone, you end up feeling lost yourself because we have no modern equivalent of those formalities. We need to allow ourselves time to grieve, to feel that loss fully, but not allow it to consume us. That is very fucking wise. Oh my god, Damien! How are you so smart, boo? So no, I'm not afraid of death. I believe it is a waste to spend your life dreading the end of it. The time we have here is brief and fleeting, and occasionally cruel, but it is at all times precious. To stare death in the face and live despite that, I think, is a noble existence. Let's save the mourning for the dead. Those words were so long. I don't... Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, honestly, cool. I can see the moonlight in the bay glinting off Damien's eyes. He smiles. We turn to the harbour and watch the ships pass, breathing in the salty sea air, just like I am salty towards Joseph and Craig. I look to Damien again and can't help but be entranced by his charm, his mystery. I find everything about him so fascinating. I lean in closer to Damien, closing my eyes as I do so. I'm so sorry I have to take this. Cock blocked by a mobile, how dare it! Damien steps away for me to answer his phone. Oh no, I hope it isn't Lucian again. After speaking in hushed tones for a few moments, Damien returns to me. Everything okay?
Oh my.
There's an emergency. Lucian? No, thankfully, but I must take my leave. Oh, okay. Is there anything I can do to help? Dads do have to stick together, right? You know it. Then come, there isn't time to waste. After a short drive in silence, we arrive at a run-down building on the outskirts of town. Where are we? It's better if I just show you. Is he actually a vampire? Seems maybe like it. I push the surprisingly heavy door open and find myself in a dimly lit waiting room. A few rickety chairs line the walls, and there doesn't seem to be anyone behind the front desk. There are a few paintings and pictures on the wall, but they're very nondescript. Oh, they're so nondescript. I'm so unsure of what kind of place this even is. Wait here for a moment. I'll be right back. Damien walks off down a corridor, his boot heels echoing through the halls of this seemingly empty building. I'm going to grab 2 more cookies very quickly before we continue on. Apologies for the rustling. Distant howls? Oh, it's like a vet's? Does he work at a vet's? Is he secretly a vet? Is that his job? That That's fucking great, Damien. Distant howls echo from someplace I can't see, and there's a faint scratching like claws on tile. I cautiously peek down the hall and find stall after stall of scared-looking dogs. A few of them notice me and skitter up to the chain-link fence, sticking their noses through to sniff the air. What have I gotten myself into? Suddenly the lights shut off. I panic, unsure of where I am or how I can get out. I stumble through the darkness, my breath getting heavier and heavier. What's going on? I'm scared, Damien! Damien? The lights finally turn back on. Hey, sailor. Mary? What are you doing here?
Ugh.
You aren't here for the Fight Club? I think you'll find the first rule about Fight Club is that we don't talk about Fight Club, Mary. I don't want to get punched in the face. Great, because this is an animal shelter. A what? We take care of stray animals, and then people adopt the stray animals. Didn't you see the pets when you walked in? I didn't really expect to see you volunteering at an animal shelter.
Come on.
Wow. Okay, kid. Way to put me in a box. You seem too drunk, honestly, most of the time I meet you. I'm hardly one to talk right now, but still. I mean, I've got empty bottles of wine next to me. Don't question why I said bottles. They're not bottles from other days. They are bottles from other days. I haven't been drinking multiple bottles of wine in a single day. Please be aware, please drink responsibly. Do not drink unless you're of the legal drinking age in your country. And so forth. Also, please know your limits. And if you take medications, please check with your psychiatrist or mental health professional or doctor of some form before drinking anything. Always look after yourself first. It can interact badly with your medications. Be careful, be safe, and look after yourself because you are the most important thing here. First and always. Dames, you hear this baloney? Dames? She calls him Dames? Oh my god, I want to call him Dames. Just, one moment. Thunder cracks and a door bursts open. Appearing from the shadows, I see... Damien? Holy shit, he looks completely different. He wears glasses, he has a purple top on. We also love purple, Damien. Wow, we should be together forever. Are you in jeans? With an X-Man belt on? I fucking love that for you, boo. Hey. It's Damien. He looks completely different. No cloak, no Victorian-era clothing, no makeup. I wasn't planning to share this side of me until much later, but I'm not as goth as you think. I'm a systems administrator for the IT department of a realty company. Listen, boo, no shame in your game. You get that coin. We all do what we have to make it work. I'm not going to say mean things about my job because HR, as ever, if you see this, my views and opinions are my own. They do not reflect that of my company or employers in the slightest. I like being paid. Thank you. I wear tennis shoes to work and listen to Bruce Springsteen. I enjoy going to the hardware store and looking at storage solutions, and I volunteer at this animal shelter in my spare time. I'm boring. I'm fascinated with Victorian history and the goth lifestyle, that much is true. It's just not all that I am. I need you to know that. Oh, I hate to kill the moment here, but there's some pressing business that really needs attending to. Oh, right. It's Duchess Cordelia. Again. Who's Duchess Cordelia?
Oh my.
She's one of the pups. She gets out all the time. Somehow learned to open doors and now she's unstoppable. When did she get out? Yeah, this morning I went to go sing sea shanties to the cats and I came back and she'd already bolted. I have to stay here with the pets, so I need you two to go and find her. She's probably relishing the fact as well that we're flirting with Damien, because she's like, haha, now you're away from my husband, bitch. And I'm like, your husband is a cunt. I don't want jack shit to do with him. Of course. Where could she be?
Come on.
Oh, she always ends up running off to the same places. Here, let me draw you a map. Mary starts scribbling on the back of a pet adoption form. She's very smart, ruthless even. You need to stay on your toes and get her back by sundown, or else she turns into a werewolf and starts eating people. What? You're a perfect little peach, Baba.
Ah.
We just don't want her to be stuck outside when it's cold. Oh. I'll grab some treats and we can hit the road. I'm really worried now this is going to be like the capybara date, where I fucked up and didn't find the thing in time, so I am going to be save scumming it so that I don't get him rejecting me. I cannot deal with another fucking rejection. Yeah, we got Matt, who was honestly my first and foremost main option, but I can't deal with being rejected again, okay? I'm going through a lot of stuff in my personal life right now. I don't want him to say, ha ha ha, you thought, bitch. Damien and I look over the map Mary created for us. Mary's map. Softball field, aquarium, shelter, coffee spoon, some form of cat. Mario Batali, Kale, Coffee Dad, Nerd's house, Mary's sick pad, Smalls, Dames, other Nerd's house. Oh man, am I Nerd's house? We are indeed Nerd's house. The ocean or whatever. No shit. Oh god, Mary, if your husband wasn't such a prick, we would be meeting up like at least once a week for wine nights. At least you're not other Nerd's house. Looks like you're moving up in the pecking order. Congrats, kiddo. Where should we head first? The cul-de-sac, the coffee spoon, the softball... I don't want to have to look it up, because I'm going to go down it in order. I'm going to go down it through in order, in the order that it is listed here, because when I went off order for the capybara, it fucked me, okay? So we're going to go through it in order, and if that doesn't work out, and I do not get the A or higher ranking, I'm going to be resetting it so that Damien doesn't dump me. Cul-de-sac. Damien and I exit the park lot, start driving towards town. Oh, sorry. Shouldn't be too hard to find a Duchess, right? She's a pretty big pup. I haven't even been told what fucking dog she is. How do you know that, Baba? Mary wasn't kidding when she said that dog was smart. One time she correctly guessed the winner of the Kentucky Derby. I don't know what that is, but cool. It was a really great year for bark, bark, bark. I don't know. What do you think our odds are, Baba? Saving it. We gotta stay positive. My dad once told me, Baba, you can't shove raisins up your nose. And that hurt my feelings. I felt discouraged. But I kept a positive attitude. And you know what? I made it happen. Ew. Might have landed me in the ER and forced me to have like 10 golden raisins removed from my nasal cavity. But on that day I learned anything is possible if you have a good attitude and abnormally large nostrils. This is why I'm black, bitches. To get raisins up in here. What did I just say? I don't know. Young children are really resilient, I suppose. Yeah, young children. I was 16. Let's just hope for the best. we've got this, okay? We drive to the cul-de-sac and everything seems to be pretty normal. Looks like Brian's doing some yard work. We pull into Brian's driveway and hop out.
I know about that.
Hey, don't step on the grass. I just mowed.
This voice is changing again. I don't give a shit. Have you seen any unusual activity in the area today?
Hey.
Aside from your underwater lawn.
Ugh, here we go. How dare you? I take my lawn care very seriously. Papa, please. You haven't seen a dog run through here, have you?
Well, a little while ago I heard Maxwell barking at something. When I came outside, my garden had been torn to shred. Gonna take forever to retill that soil.
It could be a dog. Or a rather feisty raccoon.
Whatever it was, must have been hungry. Ate all my tomatoes.
Shit, you American.
Tomatoes.
God, that felt disgusting to say.
Ate all my tomatoes.
Fuck it, you're American who says tomatoes. Because my soul honestly cringed trying to say the other version of that word. I'm very sorry to hear about your garden. If you need assistance in restoring it to its former glory, please don't hesitate to contact me.
Oh.
Will do, buddy. Good luck finding that dog.
She's probably still hungry. I wonder if she's looking for more food elsewhere. Coffee Spoon has food, and then we continue in the order. We park in front of Matt's coffee shop and walk inside. Seems like a slow day. Matt sits behind the counter reading a book. Hey, Matt. Hi. Hey. Didn't expect to see the two of you today. What's up? Have you seen any stray dogs around? Actually, yeah, I caught one digging through the trash earlier. It ran away when I tried to get closer, though. Did you see what direction it ran in? Matt thinks for a second. Might have been running east, I think. That pup tore through 3 pans of right-set banana bread. Want to take some for the road, just in case? We named that banana bread with him. I love you, Matt. Sure, I will always take extra banana bread. For the dog, of course. Actually, that is quite concerning because high volumes of bananas are really dangerous for dogs. They've got way too much potassium. Like, a dog should theoretically have, like, 2 slices of banana and nothing more. And usually in a whole loaf there's, like, 3 bananas, maybe 4. So we've got through 3. That's at least 9 bananas that dog has had. It needs urgent medical assistance. I think they were just trying to make a callback, but honestly, that's very dangerous for the fucking dog. Thanks for the slice. The road slice. This banana bread is going to be so good. I think he meant to give it to you for the dog. Right! I meant it's going to be so good for the dog to eat. That dog should not be having any more banana bread. I feel like we're on the right track. You think? If we keep this up, we'll find the Duchess in no time. Hey, if you like dogs so much, why don't you have any? Lucian is severely allergic. I wouldn't put him through that. Wow, good parent, not putting your parents through absolute bullshit just because you want something. But there are still dogs in my life, so for that I am grateful. There's about to be one more dog in your life, buddy.
It's me.
Listen, the princess is already in his life, so that made no sense, Barbara, unless you were talking about yourself. And also, I don't think it's necessarily a good thing to call yourself a fucking dog. It's usually used a bit more as an insult, just saying. Splendid attitude, let us not waste any more time. Verily. So, from the Coffee Spoon, they thought he went east. But that's the coldest. We've already been there. We've already been to the cul-de-sac. And And let's go into the cul-de-sac after the coffee spoon. Fuck it. We'll do the softball field. We're not going backwards. We'll save scum if we need to. We're out to the softball field. Oh, God, Craig. I wonder if any of the kids saw something. Craig spots us and jogs over. You're going to shake your baby to death, you prick. Joggling, wobbling its head about. Softball softball bat slung over his shoulder.
Hey, Bears, what's up?
Craig, you wouldn't have happened to see a dog around here, have you? One escaped from the animal shelter and we're trying to locate her.
I don't think so. Maybe one of the girls saw something. Girls! Hi, Amanda's dad. Hi, Lucian's dad.
We have names.
Girls, have you seen any dogs around? There was a big dog here earlier. She ran off a while ago, though. I don't think she had an owner, but they really wanted to play.
How do you know it's a girl? Are you just a genius who can tell what gender dogs are immediately? Just saying.
We tried to play fetch with her, but she just took the softball and ran. I think she ate it, actually. She was a lot of dog.
Oh.
Here, take another softball. Might come in handy later.
Many thanks, Craig. Okay, we'll go to the Bayside now. We arrived back at the Bayside. Just like old times, eh? I remember it as if it was yesterday. I mean, earlier today. So what do you think? Any sign of the pooch? None yet. Although who knows if she made it onto any of these ships. The Duchess would do that? I wouldn't put it past her knowing how to navigate the rough seas without a compass. Very smart. Oh yeah, she's the Duchess, not the Princess. Fuck's sake. Pops? Damien and I turned to see my daughter. Amanda, what are you doing here? Did you think I just stayed inside all day, vegging out on the couch and watching TV? Oh, sorry. What are you doing?
Yeah.
I'm heading home to veg out on the couch and watch TV. Had to get a burrito first.
Oh.
God, this daughter has my heart! Burritos? Yes, please. There's nowhere good that sells burritos around me, and it makes me so fucking sad. Like, genuinely pains me in my soul. Like, when I was in Hull, I would genuinely get, like, a burrito every single week. Like, at least one a week. Like, well, probably one a fortnight. I live for burritos. My friend Emma and I would just always go out and get burritos. It was beautiful. Young miss, have you seen a dog around here?
Oh, you bet. I saw a Pomeranian with a bow around his neck. I saw a big old Doberman Henry. And I saw a stroller full of Yorkies. A Greyhound. A Golden Retriever.
Did you see a Mastiff anywhere?
No dice. I would definitely have remembered that.
Eh?
I gotta run though. This video has about 10 minutes before the cheese breaks down to the molecular structure of the tortilla. Makes it all soggy. You understand?
I do? Yes, you do, Baba. How? You've raised this daughter to love burritos, but you claim you don't know about burritos? Fuck off. You... Yes. Of course. Have a lovely evening, Mr. Diemo. Man said the Duchess went east from the coffee spoon, but there's no sign of her here. I suppose we need to go not so east? But this isn't east. I fear the hours are growing short. Make haste. He's looking more stressed out by the minute. I gotta think something to lighten the mood. What kind of dog does a vampire have? Knock. How many dog? This one. I would imagine it would be unwise for a vampire to take care of the company of a smaller mammal for the means of companionship. It would be far too tempting to... A bloodhound. I was gonna say a bloodhound, Damien. Am I really gonna reload? Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. Yeah, I am. I don't want him having a... Okay, he's looking almost out. Knock knock. Who's there? Death cult. Death Cull 2? Death, cultivate a more chipper attitude, friend. We're going to find that dog. Smile cracks on Damien's lips. That's better. Keep reading Damien directions from the map as we drive around town. The only place left to check the coffees is the aquarium, but he said they went east, but east is now the cul-de-sac. Fuck. Okay, we'll do the aquarium for now, and then we can save scum it and go to the cul-de-sac if we need to again. Stop by the aquarium. Everything looks in order here. It might help to get out of the car and take a look. You see anything? No dog here. Not even any sign of her. Do you know the penguins are considered to be the goths of the sea? Damien, I want to believe you so badly. Cul-de-sac. East of the thing. We arrived at the cul-de-sac to everything looking normal. Except... Uh-oh. Hugo's front door is wide open. She can open doors. This is classic Duchess Cordelia, a telltale sign. We should approach with caution. Whatever goes down in there, I've got you back. We creep up to the porch and step inside. There she is! There, sitting... This is Hugo's house? Wow. Okay. There, sitting in the centre of Hugo's living room like she owns the damn place, is one of the biggest dogs I have ever seen. Woof. Well, she hasn't broken anything in here. Yet.
Huh.
Wonderful. Now all we have to do is get this leash on her before she tries to escape again. And get out of here before Hugo comes home. Why didn't Hugo lock his door? Why is there no lock on his door? Hugo! Fuck you doing? Easy peasy. Duchess, come here. The Duchess eyes Damon warily. Warily? As he approaches, she begins to growl. She's on her guard. We'll need another plan. Hand her a dog treat, try the softball, give her the right said banana bread. Save, we'll try the softball. I pull out the softball that Craig gave us. Hey girl, remember this? I don't want to give her the bread because too much potassium is really bad for dogs. Her tail starts wagging, but she's not getting any closer. Damien stops me. If you throw that in here, she'll destroy the house. You're right. Banana bread. He got excited by us having some banana bread on us. Oh my god, Damien. Reach into my pockets and pull out the slice of night said banana bread Matt gave me. Duchess sniffs the air and hones in on the bread. Come here, girl. Nice and easy. I've got some yummy, homemade, vegan, and possibly gluten-free banana bread. If that's what you're into. Duchess cautiously approaches me, gives the bread a good sniff before gently taking it from my hand, dropping it on the ground like dogs always do for some reason. My dog wouldn't. My dog would not put that thing down. Teddy boy, Dottie would, but Teddy boy, oh my god, if you gave him a treat, it's gone in a heartbeat. There is no, nom nom, move it here, carry it. No. He was not risking anyone taking the food from him. I do worry that, like, in his previous homes, maybe food had not been as available or had been removed from him in many ways. But oh well. When he was here, many treats as he wanted. Well, not as many treats as he wanted. He would get incredibly fat if we did that. He was like a never-ending bin of just give me food. But he would get lots of very nice treats and lots of cuddles and regularly fed and all the lovely things that he needed. She curls up and starts munching on the bread. Success! Damien walks up behind the Duchess and attaches the leash to her collar. She immediately notices and starts whining. It's time to go home now, Duchess. Damien gives a tug on the leash. She won't move. Duchess, what happened to our rapport? You and I used to be bosom buddies. She still doesn't move. She's huge. There's no way we could even try to lift her. Well, this is a weird situation to be in. I think we're literally trespassing in our friend's house with a large dog. What are you guys doing? I knew it would be Ernest. Ernest stands in the doorway with a plate of pizza rolls. Don't tell your dad about this. We're definitely not trespassing. What flavour of pizza rolls are they?
Pepperoni blast.
Nice. Duchess notices Alice and starts pulling on the leash.
Why is this dog in my house?
It's a long... The Duchess suddenly breaks free! No! No! Pizza rolls fly everywhere! Duchess! Ernest, are you okay? Ernest feeds the Duchess a pizza roll.
Hey, she likes pizza rolls.
I was so worried for a second then she was gonna like bite him and we were suddenly gonna have an F date because we had to put the fucking dog down. Ernest sits up, but the dog keeps licking his face. Oh. Hey. Hugo stands at the door, looking like he's at a loss for words. What's... why, you guys? Whose dog is this? It's a long story, but it involves a large dog who knows how to open doors. Buff. Hugo, may I present to you Duchess Cordelia? How do you do? Barf.
We're friends.
The Duchess looks at Ernest's face. She's from the local animal shelter. She got out and we've been chasing her all around town. Your house was her final stop.
Dad, can we keep her?
Ernest, I don't know if we're set up to take care of... Wait, did you just call me Dad?
Come on, please. Look how cute she is.
Oh my god! She's gonna get a fucking home! We love that for her. Hugo sighs. We had been talking about adopting a dog for a while. But you have to promise me you'll take care of her.
Yeah, I'll give her all the pizza rolls her little heart desires.
I suddenly remember what's on the back of this map and I pull a pen out of my pocket. I've got the forms ready for you if you're interested.
Oh.
I'll even waive the adoption fee since, you know, we technically broke in. Does it count as breaking and entering if it's a dog? The dog opened the... Yes, we entered, but the dog... You can't charge a dog with breaking and entering. Can you? I think you could charge a dog with that.
Oh.
Well, alright, it's a deal. Hugo steps onto the porch with us and signs the forms while Ernest plays with the Duchess inside. He sure seems to be happy with his new friend.
Oh.
I know, he called me Dad. Can you believe it? Damien places a hand on Hugo's shoulder. I certainly can. I think this will be really good for Ernest. It should teach him some responsibility. You should probably look at getting better locks on your doors, though. The Duchess is a wily one, but do right by her and she will love you two forever. Thank you. We found the dog and got it home! And long story short, the Duchess now lives in a happy home and neither of us were charged for breaking and entering. So all in all, I think it was a fine day's work. Nice work, you two. Baba, you could be a valuable asset to our team of volunteers, you know. If you ever feel like petting some puppies, hit me up. I mean, I was trying to fuck your husband, but if you're offering me a puppy... Sorry. But I can't be the only person who's ever heard of breasts referred to as puppies, for fuck's sake. She's essentially just offered me to just fondle. Okay, no, she was talking about me volunteer. I know. Who needs Joseph? Mary, I always feel like petting puppies. Gotta agree, Baba. Good to know. Well, I'll catch you fellas later. Mary starts to leave. And one last thing. Damien's been telling me about you. Glad he's finally brought you around. Oh, yeah. Damien's my special boy. I love him. Your special boy, that... Okay. We go way back, and I got a vested interest in his health, success, and well-being. If you ever hurt him... She's giving me, like, the big brother talk. Mary.
Hey.
You can fill in the blanks. I gulp. Yes, Mom. Mary leaves me alone with Damien. So, about the whole GOTH thing. I completely understand if you aren't interested in me anymore. What? Am I missing something here? I'm not a cool goth prince. I'm boring. I own 5 pairs of tennis shoes. I wear dumb glasses. Don't you care? You look so nervous. Damien, do you really think I only like you because of all the goth stuff? That's all cool. But the best thing about you is how passionate you are about the things that you love. This is coming full circle to where earlier in stream I was saying it's great when people info dump. And I love to hear what people are obsessed with. History, art, Victorian fashion, dog storage solutions. It doesn't matter what it is, you care, and that is awesome. And also, glasses are pretty cute. Pretty fucking cute. You don't think I'm boring at all? If you're boring, then I don't know what that... I was about to say, if you're boring, I am fucking dead, mate. Don't know what that makes me. I spend too much time online shopping for flashlights. I get excited to mow my lawn on Sundays. I get cranky about commercials being too loud. I've even been thinking about making my own peanut butter. Then maybe we can be boring together. It would never be boring if it was with you. Oh my god, Baba coming out with the sick lines. Fucking hell. Damien suddenly I thought he was going to give me a snog, to be honest, but you know what? I'll take a hug. Pulls me into a hug. He buries his face on my shoulder. Oh my god, I love that smell. Lavender and rosemary. Amazing. I was so scared you wouldn't like me. Quite the opposite. Damien pulls away for a second and looks me in the eyes. Without the coloured contacts, he looks so dark and soulful. May I kiss you? Yeah. I'm going to say yeah on that. Of course, does a bat have wings? Thou art welcome. Let's just go with of course. I'd love that. He smiles slightly and leans in, like giving me a gentle kiss. He pulls away and gives me an intense look. Do you want to help me take care of the puppies? What are the puppies? I'm down. Yes! Damien and I arrive back at the cul-de-sac. Our fingers intertwined. Like a proper gentleman, he walks me to my doorstep.
Oh,
This was lovely. Thank you for understanding. Thank you for everything. I'm very happy that I can be myself around you. I'm glad. But I have one request. What's that? Can we keep sending each other letters? But of course. Damien kisses me one last time before turning around and heading home. Amanda runs back to the couch from the window and tries to look as nonchalant as possible. Hello, Father. I was sitting here on the couch the entire time. Hi, Amanda. So, are you guys, like, starting a vampire coven together? Oh, plot twist. Mothman? Damien's actually Mothman. I don't know what that is, but I hate moths, so I'm not going to even look into it. I didn't see it coming either. Genius. Well, whatever's happening, I'm really glad you two are happy together. You deserve it, Dad. Oh, shucks. I'm gonna head to bed. Catch you in the morning? Sure thing. I make my way to my room and fall asleep with my heart full, excited for the days to come. I swear to God, if I don't get the best date score, an A. I just need at least an A. I need at least an A. 8,000 points, that's gotta be like an A. S!
A romance between us.
This should theoretically mean he's not going to dump me like the others. I didn't listen to a word he was saying. I was just so excited that I didn't fail the date. God. Where's the distance? Yeah, whatever. Oh, this is for her date. This is for not date, birthday party. She's got a birthday party. What? No. I had a crab cake sandwich. We've now gone through all of the different options for Amanda, so next time we'll have to choose something else. Crab cake sandwich for lunch. That's probably it. You're allergic to shellfish. Oh! Oh no. I forgot. Again. Dad. Oh gosh, I'm gonna be sick. What have I done? I'm kidding. You're right. I have a little surprise. Yeah, this is where I give her the long haul paranormal ice road truckers. And then we go outside, and then she tells me how much she loves me. And then Damien tells me he loves me. Oh my god, he's even turned up in his work clothes because he loves me so much. He can be himself around me. Yes. Okay. What? You told me not to make a big deal, but you seem to have forgotten that my entire mission in life is to make a big deal of your accomplishments. So consider this your graduation party. Surprise! Dad, everyone's here. Well, yeah, everyone wanted to come and support you. Yes. Is that a mac and cheese bar? Sure is. Fully customizable down to the type of mac. And there's an ice cream cake, the good kind with the crunchies in the middle. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything. Just go have fun with your pals, alright? This bit always makes me want to cry, because literally once in my entire life I've been told by my father that he's proud of me. And every time Baba says it, I'm like, is this what it's like to have a dad who cares? Oh my god. I'm so proud of you, Amanda. In fact, I don't even know that he necessarily said he was proud. I think he just said, well done for getting my degree. I don't think he said he was proud of me for it. Yeah, he's never fucking told me. Oh my god, another reason why my dad is trash. Amanda smiles and runs to her friends. I should make the rounds and make sure everyone's having a good time. But first, mac and cheese. Pablo! That's his name. Baba, my dude! Pablo, how's the shirt business going? My bud, I have men's shirts, I have women's shirts, I have tank tops in a variety of sizes, shapes, and colors. Each one of them of fine quality, spring printed with the logo and visage of world-renowned Witch House outfit, Fake and Veil. Purchasable at most respectable retailers, but more specifically out of the trunk of my car. I'm also selling my mom's world-famous homemade apple butter. How do you make butter out of an apple? Maybe it's butter flavoured with apples, which also... Either way, cool. Pablo, you do your thing. Never stop hustling, Pablo. Baby, you got it. I walk over to Mary, who's having a lively conversation with Amanda. We have a real fluffy... Samoyed? I'm dyslexic. I'm going to say Samoyed right now. His name's Harold. He loves belly rubs. He always tries to lick your face if you get too close. Mrs. Christensen, thank you so much for telling me in great detail about every single dog currently at the animal shelter. Please tell me about the Afghan with 3 legs again. Sure, Quadro we call him. It's one of those ironic nicknames. You know, if you're really interested, I could probably steal one for you. Really? Nah, but I could get you in to meet all of them. We could always use extra hands around the shelter.
Hey.
And if those extra hands also happen to steal a dog... I'm glad you two are able to bond over cute dogs. It really warms my heart. Dad, we're having a moment. I love how Amanda's essentially like, Dad, fuck off, I'm talking about dogs. Hey, Sailor. Your kid's a good egg. Where's your goth prince? You two are usually attached to the hip these days. He's around? Stellar. Mary turns her attention to Amanda. It's not too hard to sneak a dog into college. Trust me, I did it plenty back in the day. Why have I made her suddenly American? She was initially English. Oh well, she's American now. At one point I had 3 cats living in my dorm. I decided to leave them to it. All of a sudden, a huge dog leaps up into my arms. Duchess Cordelia!
Duchess!
Hugo and Ernest run up to me. The Duchess gives my face a few broad licks and hops down. We're working on that. Got her in disciplinary class.
She's a wild spirit who runs where she may.
I don't mind at all. Looks like the 3 of you are getting along nicely.
Ah.
She's a valuable addition to the clan.
If I hold up my homework in front of her, she'll eat it.
Cool. We'll deal with that later. Duchess Cordelia spots a squirrel and darts across the yard. Ernest follows her, laughing. He's actually been a lot more manageable lately. I think taking care of the dog is good for him. Thanks for breaking into my house, I guess. Anytime.
Bubba!
Brian, you made it.
I don't pass up on good Mac.
What do you think of the party?
It's not bad.
Just not bad? Brian?
Yeah, it's not bad.
Don't let him bait you. Don't let him bait you.
Thank you for the lovely compliment.
Daisy trots up.
Hi, Amanda's dad.
Hey, Brian's daughter. See? See how that feels?
This is a really great party. Thanks so much for inviting us.
You're very welcome, tiny child who knows how to pay a compliment. Brian and I lock eyes. This isn't over.
Hey, bear!
Fuck you. Fuck you, I'm not reading any of your lines. Fuck you, you don't fucking deserve it. Same thing if Joseph comes along next. Fuck off. Go away. Go away. Hate you. Fuck you. Oh my god, you as well. Like, you're even worse. You told me you were leaving your wife, then suddenly says you're dumping me to fuck your wife again. Like, ugh. Hugo comes up to me with a plate of mac and cheese.
Oh.
The perfect cheddar to mac ratio. Beautiful work, Bubba. Thanks, Hugo. You know, I'm really pleased to see Amanda going to her dream school. I'm glad she turned it around for finals. Me too. That scholarship money will really help. Amanda walks by and pretends not to see Hugo. Amanda! Come say hi to your old teacher.
Hey!
Congratulations on graduating. I know you're going to do great things at art school.
Yeah, thanks. Fingers.
Amanda starts to back away.
Wait, I just realized that you're not my teacher anymore. So I don't have to be afraid of talking to you. You no longer hold power over me.
Hey.
You are right. Go forth, adult. I can no longer give you detention.
Yeah, I'm gonna break anything I want, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Are you still mad about that time I gave you detention for breaking my globe?
Nope.
Yes.
And I'll have you know that the globe didn't even fit through the basketball hoop in the first place. So...
She'll fit right into college. Just Hey. Hey. Robert gestures vaguely to the snack table. Good stuff. Yeah. See you later. Matt. Hey, man. Matt. Let me know when Amanda leaves for college. I'll have a fresh batch of right said banana bread ready for her. I love you, just saying. Thank you. I know she will love that. Have you got that oregano smell for your upholstery yet? Still working on it. Hey, Amanda's dad. I turned to spot Lucian walking up to me. Yes, Lucian? Thanks for inviting me to your party. Anytime, bud. I know we had a rocky start, but I'm glad to know you, and I hope you know how much your dad cares about you. Yeah. My dad's had a rough couple of years, and I know that it must not have been easy to raise me alone. Kind of a weird guy, but I love him a lot. It seems like you make him happy, so you're cool in my book. Thank you, Lucian. That means a lot to me. That really fucking does. Oh my god. Sure. And let me know if you want me to give you a stick and poke sometime. Also, I'm sorry about the oregano thing. Thanks for coming by, Lucian. See you around, Baba. Sudden shift in daytime. As party starts to wind down, I take a seat on our back porch. The sun is setting and everyone seems to have eaten their full. Amanda walks over and sits down next to me. Kill the party, pops. What can I say? I was inspired. So, I think because Amanda is speaking to us before Damien speaks to us, it means that it went well and that we finally got another daddy under our belts. Because I think when they do the daddy first, Amanda comes over and I'm like, and she's like, I'm sorry you didn't get the guy in the way you wanted. Oh my god, yes. Amanda's gonna give us a gift, and it's gonna be great, and whatever, and whatever, and whatever. And whatever. I'm a terrible father. This is why I'm not a father. Cut out my uterus. I don't fucking need it. Amanda. Thank you. Oh my god, this bit as well. Listen, my father has never said anything even remotely like this. This bit, if I say it out loud right now in the mood I'm in, I will cry. So instead we're going to click along. Amanda and I share a hug. This is only the beginning, Pops. Many more memories for us down the road. Memories to make and stuff to break, right? Oh, I'm gonna break so much stuff. Intentionally and unintentionally. You're gonna probably have to pay for a lot of it. It would be my honor. She's gonna hold you to that till the day you die, Baba. Amanda hops up. Looks like someone's been waiting to talk to you. I glance over to the back of the yard, where Damien is sitting on a bench beneath a cherry blossom tree. He smiles. I'll leave you to it. Me and the Emma's gonna go get ice cream. Love you, pups. Amanda runs off to join her friends. I take a seat next to Damien as the last guests make their way out of the party. Did you know that in the Victorian era they would call benches city boys? What? Really?
Oh.
I'm kidding, Baba, but what if? It's good to see you in your civvies again. Thank you. I had a revelation the other day, Baba, and I think it was largely due to your continued influence upon me. There was a version of myself that might have been embarrassed to show my true form, my information technology form. I always forget what IT stands for, so good to know. But what you said about me, about my passion, was what you truly admired, that emboldened me to feel like myself regardless of how I choose to dress and act. Instead of separate entities, they are simply different facets of myself, a three-dimensional human being with his own thoughts, wants, and needs. I hope I'm one of the wants, bitch! I love dressing the way I do, but feeling constricted by what I thought was my own personal brand made me lose sight of why I did this in the first place, to make myself happy. I place my hand on Damien's and feel a light squeeze. Looking up, I'm greeted by Damien's warm smile. I'm trying to be more comfortable with who I am, rather than dwelling on who I could be to other people. I can't stop smiling. I'm so proud of him. I'm also so proud of him, but I'm also so glad that seemingly we haven't had our third rejection in a row. Damien, I'm so happy you've realised that you can be a dog-loving goth. Me too, Baba. Me too. I feel myself inching closer to Damien. Closer and closer! I go to brush a lock of hair out of his face and I'm shocked at how soft it is. You really told me I haven't touched his hair once before. How is your hair so soft? Dog shampoo. I keep running my hands through his hair as he leans closer to me. Placing a hand on the side of my face, he strokes my cheek with his thumb. You know, public displays of affection were considered scandalous in the Victorian era. Yes! We didn't get rejected, yo! We did the thing! Woo! He pulls me in for a kiss. But I think I can make an exception for you. Smile as often as you can, it will make others around you feel more comfortable. We did it! We didn't get rejected! For once! I mean, Matt didn't reject us. Obviously, Matt would never. Matt is our go-to. Our love and forever always. First and foremost. Ooh. Brian's voiced by Barry Kramer. Nathan oh my god, so many people that I always forget to look into. I'm not eating a cookie. What are you talking about? Not me. Could never be me. As ever, this game is so fun. It's great. There are so many different options to go through, so many different paths you can take. There are other daddies for us still to date. Next up will probably be Hugo. Then we'll do Robert. Then we'll do Brian. But also, at the same time, apparently there are like secret endings for some of the daddies. So, listen, even once we've gone through all of our daddies, we're gonna have more to do, baby. But yeah, golf minigame, haven't done that, or skee ball, or fishing. Wow. Concert, that might be the one that we did when we had to pretend we were a Scar person. We did a running minigame. Jesse Cale, wow, amazing score. Dream Daddy is just... The song is beautiful and perfect and wow. That being said, the video with Matt in it, where Papa in there, got a copyright claim on YouTube because it's an actual pop song that they didn't license properly. But anyway, this is great fun. I've had a great time. I mean, I think y'all know that I always have a great time doing this. I drink essentially a whole bottle of wine. Technically, I haven't finished the bottle. But yeah, I have a great time, and it's such a fun, interactive game, and I know I'm not the best at voices, but I hope it's not so terrible that none of you can bear to stand it. We'll see. Hey, look at us, looking all cool. Great to continue. Who is gonna be your dream? Hey, boo. Dream, daddy, who's gonna love you, babe? Fuck you. You're cool. Get fucked. Favorite, second favorite. Oh. But yes, let me get out of here. So you're gonna see for a second a very not there we go saves you from seeing the not nice screen, because for some reason it wouldn't let me actually get out of here. It just decided I was locked in the game. It's great fun. It's great fun. But yes, thank you so much everyone for being here. I hope it was an okay stream. I hope it was nice and interesting. We finally got another daddy. Finally. But yes, I hope you have a lovely rest of your morning, evening, afternoon, night, whatever time it may be, and a wonderful amount of time until I see you next, whenever that may be. As ever, you and your mental health always comes first. Please look after yourself. I know that at the beginning of this stream we talked about various topics, and I hope everyone is okay. I love you all very much. And bye bye, Skylar. I love you very, very much. And yeah, I hope everyone has a lovely rest of their Sunday/Monday, whatever time it may technically be for you. But with that, I will say, why?